like a 5-star general standing next to the chair. Like, I want you to think about a lot of dinosaurs all at once.
I need you to think about a long neck with a rocket launcher tapped to its spine. Can you think of that for me, mister? Unit 13 needs you.
And also, while you're at it, if you have the time, can you think about an 8-foot-tall copy of Gwyneth Paltrow that has
Can you think of an
triple
8-foot-tall
M chest?
Gwyneth Paltrow with missile titties, and she has a big goop candle coming out of her hands. Her goop candle that says it smells like her vagina. Could you go ahead and do that?
And she also doesn't understand what love is, and she thinks that romantic interest is the same as motherly interest, and she thinks I'm her son.
Actually, you'd be better. Can you manifest Gwyneth Paltrow? And to me, she's really skinny, but to everyone else, she's really, really fat.
Also, can she have a penis, please?
Thank you. Just like combining all of her movies into one character.
but also that everyone else doesn't see it, so I don't have to deal with the repercussions.
Can you make her invisible and all I can see her? She calls herself Pepper Potts. And which this is funny. I do like that this is also a direct quote. The officer literally says, after Jeff's like, yeah, I did it. All right, I did it. The officer says, well, kid, looks like a year in juvie. What kind of response is that? Well, kid, damn.
That's not
looks
how
like
cops
work. You got a year in juvie coming your way.
You know what? That actually further backs up your theory that this was written by like a kid or like, preteen, high school, whatever.
It has to be.
Because only they would think that like the way it works is a cop shows up and it's like, you stabbed this kid? Well, I'll put you in juvie a year. Come on.
All right. Direct to juvie with you, son.
Yep.
Looks like one exact year of juvie coming your way.
And then it says, Lou interjects at the top of the stairs holding a knife, in which all the officers immediately pull out their guns and point it at the child holding a kitchen knife. Oh my gosh. Lou confesses for the crime to save Jeff, and everyone just believes him, even though wouldn't Randy tell them who did it? But at the end, Jeff's mother consoles Jeff by saying, quote, Jeff, please, you don't have to lie. We know it's Lou. You can stop. Bro, okay. So the cops, Randy's like, hey, I got stabbed by this kid who's a year older than me. And the cops go to his house, and then they're like, well, you're going to jail for a year. But then an unrelated child is like, actually, I did it. And the cop's like, works for me. So he throws that kid.
Literally.
He just throws that kid in the police car. And then the mom's like, yeah, I mean, sure, it's still my son, but who cares? Like, get over it.
I have no idea why I chose to do that, but it was fun giving into the strange impulse not to break the droning hum of the soda machines, at least for the moment. I do get that. Have you ever been to like a really quiet place and for some reason you're like, I shouldn't make a lot of noise, No, I don't think I've ever done that. All right, okay. So I got to the stairwell. And sometimes when I'd go downstairs to the bathroom, there were like these long hallways around the church, like in the basement area. And it kind of had that like, the fluorescent hum thing. And I remember just standing down there sometimes and thinking like, man, it is so quiet. Like you can hear so much every little detail. And I kind of get not wanting to disturb that.
Right. Don't want to break the silence.
Yeah. No,
that makes sense.
Almost not of like a fear thing, more of almost like a social cue, weirdly. It's strange.
Right. No, that makes sense.
Rob, what's happening?
Ignore.
He wanted to leave me, so I cut him out.
Yeah, I love that. Ignore.
She does this all the time. Oh yeah, the gray ghost lady.
Stupid ass gray woman. Who cares? Ignore. God.
He wanted to leave me, so I cut him out.
Would you dance down the lion's tongue? It will shred you, you whore.
It will shred you down to your sins, you fucking bastard!
Joe. Okay,
What a weird, like...
This story amped up so quick.
God, just ignore.
This started with, she does this. It's just, let her
God,
be.
who gives a shit about this old broad? Just don't even look at her. Good Lord.
Man.
She's like, I'm the gray woman.
It's like, yeah, who cares? This blue, this pink, who gives a shit? There's women all over the world, lady. That's what he should have said.
It wasn't a bad life, but I can certainly see how it made me into the introverted person I am today. I took comfort in books and I experienced the world through them. What? Go ahead. I heard that laugh.
It's just fun. It is fun. I'm just actually picturing you like just young now.
If you want to,
exhausted easily, and I took comfort in books.
now that you have to do my accent on top of that.
Yeah.
The accent
Oh
you're
my
apparently
god,
so good at.
And I experienced the world through them.
I hate that voice so much. I hate
It's
it
just
so
like
much,
never-ending story. Where's Falcor at? Oh my god.
I
my
can't
gosh.
describe what it sounds like, but it makes me mad.
I know. I'm sorry. It's such a cartoonish version of your voice.
My note was something like this.
Hi, you found my balloon. My name is blank, and I attend blank elementary school. You can keep the balloon, but I hope you write me back. I like Mighty Max, exploring, building forts, swimming, and friends. What do you like? Write me back soon. Here's $1 for the mail.
On the dollar, I wrote 4 stamps.
4 stamps!
It was in quotes. I had to do it.
You were so excited. Oh, that was great. All right. He wrote that.
He sounded like he was calling for help, but he would dip into another language that I've never heard before.
Whoa. What the fuck?
The way this is written is like, yep, so 4:45 a.m. Definitely a guy cried for help outside, but then he started talking in German or Arabic or something,
Yeah,
and I don't
exactly.
understand that. So I just figured, let it be. Maybe he's got friends nearby.
It was about 5 in the morning. I heard him say help a couple times, but I think he spoke Spanish, so I just said I just better let him be.
I opened the door and said, por favor to you too, and just, let the elements, have their way with him. Let the... This is actually you with Diego. Now that I think about it.
No. I would have rushed to Diego's help immediately.
Yeah. Once again, it is Harry Potter. He has the same scar that
Yeah.
Voldemort has.
It's a giant
the boy
lightning.
who lived.
It's a giant
that's
lightning
the
bolt on his
yeah.
back.
But yeah, he's gonna have the same thing that Sharon had. So anyway, yeah.
My scar? I got it when I was little. The reason why, though, is pretty messed up. Yeah, I was attacked by a wizard in the night, and he marked my forehead.
Well, you see, the Dark Lord came to try to kill me, but my mother put a protection spell over me, and that caused, my mother and the wizard to die at the same time. But because of that, he placed part of his soul into me, and it's right here in my back.
The day after he died, Gavrilo Princip killed Franz Ferdinand. That's what triggered World War I.
The moment he died, Franz Ferdinand got shot, sending the world into World War I.
Oh, God. Long story short, the killings and suicides kept happening. And long story short, more members kept joining, and those members would marry and have children. Long story short, that's one of the reasons why the camps were set up about 30 years ago.
Sit in the car? We don't
Long
have to
story
drive yet.
short,
But as long as that's one more step
long
removed.
story short,
if we need to get out of the parking
story
lot.
short, and I've had family killed by these guys. Long story short, I plan on taking this whole shit show down. Long story short.
They're explaining the noise at the beginning.
Checkmate. This is awesome. This is awesome.
Okay, how you feel right now is how I felt during I dared my best friend to ruin my life, by the way. This emotion you're feeling.
It's a nice switch.
I'm in agony.
Yeah, this is all fine. What about all the children that are camping there? This is him addressing every single one of those and being like, yeah, that is weird. This is such a mystery.
Yeah, he's just lampshading it, being like, yeah, I know. Anyway, and just moving on. Somehow
I'm nervous
we have
too.
more exposition.
I'm really weirded out by that too.
Yo, that's a crazy point. I didn't think about that. Jaw on jaw, bro. I didn't think about that. Yo, I'm finna air this camp out.
Akasha entered a Kohl's alongside her mother as they were opening the doors for Black Friday. Another woman attempted to ram through them to get inside faster. As Akasha attempted to protect her mother, the woman began to scream in her face. At this exact moment, a random man began attacking Akasha, another woman completely separate from the confrontation. Not only was Akasha struck and had parts of her hair ripped off, but the man shoved his hand into her mouth and tore 3 of her teeth out of their sockets, breaking her jaw, and she was pushed to the ground. Do you know how fucking hard you would have to pull down on someone's face to do? Like, imagine actually like trying to rip a tooth out of your mouth.
She also got charged by 3 people.
This is Kohl's. What are you gonna get? What the hell are you gonna get in Kohl's that's worth that much?
Jeans.
Okay, I did forget about the Kohl's jeans. Okay, never mind. No, that's true. It was reported that the assailant simply stood up after the attack and began shopping at Kohl's like nothing had happened. And the staff did nothing to help the poor woman. What is wrong with this world? My God! The police were eventually called, but according to Akasha, there was a sharp change in tone when the officer realized that she was a transgendered woman. And he was dismissive to the witness and ultimately reported that the assailant defended himself and that she was put in her place. Oh my God. Even though the man was still in the store, there was no effort to review surveillance footage. In the end, Akasha spent $6,000 on medical bills, including surgery for her teeth and jaw. The damaged teeth couldn't be saved. No, we need to make a positive video at some point on this channel. I don't know if I can keep reading all of the atrocities that are going on. It is becoming mentally taxing. That is one of the saddest things I've ever read in my life, dude. My God.
That would fuck me up so much. It's like the shampoo thing, or like a shirt. I thought it was a cool shirt, like a nice. I'm like, oh, that's nice. You get in the mail, ring doorbell camera. He's like, I'd never wear that shirt. I would never have the confidence to wear that shirt.
I think the only thing if it's like something sexual, like for example, if I had like extra small condoms in my package and he didn't take those, I'd be like, of course they wouldn't fit him.
It always goes to like, it has to be something like that. Anything else is fine, but it's like as long you always think in the sexual manner, don't you?
Yeah.
God. First off, if you had the thief come back and they're like, dude, I'm sorry, I think I'd be like, it's no problem.
Yeah, give him a 20.
To fucking no, we're not gonna pay him. I'm not gonna pay him for stealing the thing. But I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't scold him. If anything, I'd be like, I think this is a sign for both of us. I gotta move on and you need to quit grabbing people's stuff off their porches. Okay. Right?
Everyone was like, not him. Lips aren't big enough.
It's true. It is. I will say that was freaky. For people that don't know, Isaiah's Twitter account got hacked and the guy made like a deep fake video. Or not even,
No. That was me. That was a video I took because I thought the scam was that I was talking to Twitter's verification team and that there was an attempt to my account and I was dumb and fell for it. So I made the video to like certify the account or whatever. But then after they stole the account, they're like, hey, it's a crypto thing.
So wait, the video you recorded was you promoting a cryptocurrency?
No. Let me back up.
Yeah, because you have, okay, yeah, please tell me.
Okay. So I get a phone call where someone claims to be with like Twitter or X's or whatever sport and safety team. And then they send me emails to verify like the case is opened or whatever that are from twitter.com. It's like support/twitter.com. And I look up the URL and it's like, it was legit a few years ago back when X was Twitter. But now that it's rebranded, I guess people can just like spoof the email or someone's bought the domain or something like that for twitter.com or whatever. So it all came from like twitter.com and they already had information like phone number, account, email tied, stuff like that. And they sent like a portal to like verify login through. So I go through, everything looks like X and they're like, we need to verify identity. And when I signed up for the blue check mark, they had the thing where it's like, oh, a picture of yourself. And like, I've got my account back from other websites before where you have to send a video of yourself. And they're like, yeah, I was on the phone with this supposed tech guy. I was like, yeah, just send a video of yourself with your name, date, and then this code. And the code was $WEN. And yes, in hindsight, I should have realized what that meant. I thought it was like a code. It's like a symbol. And then 3 letters. This is part of the account name.
Oh my God.
I should have known, but I did it for like the Twitter guy. And then as soon as he has that, I've already entered the password. I get locked out of everything at once. And then they log in, change all of my stuff, and then post that video. So that's
oh my God, that is so funny.
It was not funny for me at all. And my wife, who was not with me because she was feeling bad and my family was in for the holidays. So I was doing this between hanging out with them. We were out. We went on another tour of New Orleans, which I know you're fond of. We go out on another tour. And while I'm on the tour, all this happens. So my wife, who wasn't with me, saw the video and was like, well, surely he wasn't stupid enough to fall for this. So she says it was AI and a fake, even though it was not.
I assumed. That's
what everyone assumed. Because how could I be that stupid to
it's
fall
not even
for
that, Isaiah. It's not even that. It's like your emotion. You look like a fucking robot. Like the lighting is all weird. You're like in this like you're in this prison cell and you're just like, hey, so this is Isaiah Nichols. What? It's like the way that this
I thought it was a verification.
I was telling everybody. I was like, oh yeah, you got hacked as an AI video, whatever. And I remember being like, man, they even got the kind of like grainy, like dark room, like he's like just like a weird bedroom. To think that you look like a fucking Guantanamo Bay hostage, and you were like in your room with a notepad and wrote that crypto coin down is so fucking funny. Oh my God. My favorite thing too later was the follow up, but I was like, oh damn, because people were like, wait, he's promoting this, whatever. And everybody I saw was being like, no, he got hacked or whatever. And then I go to Instagram, and that's whenever I see your story, you have your shades on, you're outside, you're like, okay, so here's pretty much what's going on. You're like walking outside, and you're recording yourself with these sunglasses on, like, so pretty much I got hacked, and it was a whole weird thing. So sorry about that. Sorry about that, you guys.
I was under a lot of duress. Thank you. It was a stressful time.
And to think that you were getting off like a fucking alligator bayou tour or whatever is so funny to me. Ah, cheese. You know what? Cheese and crackers. That is just unfortunate. All right. Well, we better go on this ghost tour.
You know what's crazy? It was literally an alligator bayou tour. Like there was a gator next to me, and it was a boat tour, like down to it. I was under a lot of duress. What do you want? My shades were on.
God.
What do you want me to do? Oh gosh, no! I was standing in my room. I thought it was a verification, so I'm just low energy. I have the phone. I just show my face and I show the paper and stuff, and I'm like, okay, is this good? And I was on the phone with the guy still, and he's like, okay, that should do it. And I'm like, is that good? He's like, yeah, that's good. And then he spends 10 minutes explaining to me like what the hack was, how it happened, how I can provide safety. And at the end, I thanked him and said, sorry, I thought you were a scammer earlier. And he's like, oh, no problem.
He just said, oh yeah, no problem. Don't worry about it. Was he snickering?
No, I talked to this guy for like 20, 25 minutes, and he was like, oh, it's no problem. He kept being like, it's good that you're aware. It's good that you're aware of like scammers online and you're trying to be proactive.
That is fucking crazy, man.
That's okay. Let him think that if he paid me good enough. The pay was very good. $35 an hour.
These are 2 Samsung OLED computer monitors with 244 refresh rate. Do you know what that means, son? Do you know what that means? He's like, yeah. And this is a creamy keyboard. That's why it sounds so refreshing to the ears. So you're going to load up Apex Legends and you have 2 buttons. He's like, you're going to load up Apex Legends, and if this woman in this room moves at all, you start one of the games, and you don't stop playing until she sits back down.
That would be a real horror story right there.
So I'm walking around the car with my night vision on, like there's nothing out here. I can see everything. There's nothing. Put the helmet on, see for yourself. And she was like, I'm just scared. So we set up with her crying until sunrise and then drove home. So
Oh my god, that is brutal. You would have been so fucked up if you would have put the night vision on. You're like, oh my god, what is that? Oh god, what is that? It's horrible. It's horrible.
no, what I should have done is I would have been like, I'll go find it, and then I just don't come back.
Yeah, don't come back. You come back the next morning with like Dunkin' Donuts or something. Babe, I just decided to go walk and get donuts. So hope they don't mind.
Dude,
She's just like fossilized in the car from being so afraid.
Dude, I think she would have divorced me. I think.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. If I picture my wife, there's no way. I would have been up shit creek for sure. Yeah, fuck.
And also, this one girl, I have to close your ears, Hunter. You don't get this satisfaction. There was this one girl who came up on stage, and I'll have you know I'm married, by the way, right? This one girl came up on stage, and she was tall, right? And she was wearing like goth makeup and clothing. And I go, hi, what's your name? And she looks at me and goes, Jacoby.
100%.
And I go, no, it's not. And she gets right in my face and goes, yep. And then just doesn't say anything else to me the whole time. That's all. She just wanted to do that. Okay. And I felt attacked. I felt assaulted.
The Lord tests us in many ways.
No, it was not a test. That was not a test.
test.
That was an attack on me.
was an
Okay. And that
attack.
you sent. I feel like you did this.
I didn't do it.
That was an agent of the devil. You are the devil.
Did you find anything in the Agahari? Our Kagahara?
I
In
thought
the unaliving forest?
I thought I couldn't pronounce it. Now you can't pronounce it. What's this about, you
Well,
little
it's not my
educated
native-
British lady?
I wouldn't say I'm a cultured woman. I just wanted to know if you've seen any. Did you find anything
I see
there?
how it is. You think you're all sophisticated better than me just because I'm from down here in Phoenix.
Yes.
Well, let me tell you this.
Yes.
You think that it's fine for you to mispronounce it, but when I mispronounce it, it's because I'm some dumb yokel. Is that right?
Yes.
Well, that just
Now, Rob, I need you to just get back to the fucking story, you deranged old man.
well, that ain't quite Christian of you now, is it?
I have good news and bad news, Mitch. The good news is that you had minor injuries, and your parents are going to pick you up. The bad news is that your brother has been killed by some thing. Sorry.
Yes! I've got good news, you're all right. Bad news, your brother's dead.
It's the fucking has been killed by something, so they know what it is, and then he just ends it with sorry about that.
The idea of the doctor, just like he's about to go tell a man his brother's dead, and he kicks open the door like, well, it's one of them good news, bad news scenarios.
Oh, wow.
Dun, dun.
I was caught in the middle of a railroad track.
Thunder.
And I ran. That I knew there was no turning back.
Thunder.
And I grazed. And I thought, what could I do?
Thunder.
Then I knew there was no help from you.
Thunder.
We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. I just want to get to the part where I say, "Stupid."
Thunderstruck! Thunderstruck! Thunderstruck!
Yeah, the whole time she's sitting there and she's just like, you've never shut the trap door.
Just behind her. Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah!
Going on in the background.
I didn't realize until halfway through us singing Highway to Hell that we switched into Shoot to Thrill.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the lyrics to Highway to Hell, so I just went to Shoot the Thrill.
Okay. I crawled into his outstretched arms as something loud banged against the wall from my sister's room.
Oh my god. Okay.
Well, no, that means that like she got thrown, right? Right? Like he's beating her, right?
Yes, that's what it was. He's picking her up and just throwing her against shelves and shit in the room.
That's when Tommy Taffy started making every room in the house a WWE ring.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Watch out, watch out, watch out!
Hey, Stephanie! What? Just like dive straight into her.
It's funny if you imagine the dad is like Randy Savage.
Oh, yeah. That's the wrong answer, brother.
The mom screaming downstairs is her getting like thrown into the garage door.
Excuse me, Megan. Can I see you in the basement real quick? They've completely renovated it to be like a fucking giant stadium down there.
The end of the story, the kid goes down there and it's like a rope ring. Like
Vince McMahon is down there and he's like, if you beat Tommy Taffy, you get a contract, kid.
it's binary, I imagine.
The baby was a good touch.
Baby is crawling across the floor.
Love the baby.
I told you not to follow me!
I don't know what you're talking about.
This is Hunter when just like a local approaches him at a gas station.
Yeah. Hey man, you need help? I told you not to follow me! I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ah! Got me.
Inside the milk house, police found a bloody mattress. God, this music is like so
What? The music's what?
Selendiphyl citrate was found scattered around the mattress, along with used bandages and packets of penicillin. Someone had been sleeping, basically. Okay, the decapitated head of the Ford's granddaughter was found wrapped in a blanket. Could you turn down the music just a tad while I'm recording this? The head of Fiona's Ford. Nah. The worst smell came from within the second stall of the barn. What? Several faces were found nailed to the walls inside the stall. Jesus Christ! Just turn down the mix. Some of them belonged to previous victims. Malformed beyond recognition. Just turn it down. There were also several decapitated pig carcasses.
It's like a police chief giving a briefing in a hurricane.
Exactly. Marty, turn it down.
Faye and I spent the rest of the day feeling queasy and eventually went to urgent care across the road to get checked out. Yeah, looks like you got ghost in your blood. Sorry to hear.
Well, you're borderline possessed. Thank God you came to urgent care.
Don't worry, we'll get you not fixed up in a jiffy, but you will be gone. They gave us blood tests and checked our vitals and sent us home, telling us that we'd suffered minor food poisoning.
It's those damn waffles.
Those waffles. But I know deep down it wasn't the damn waffles. That's funny. That's funny.
If I found out that
Like,
you
what's the
lied
worst thing
about,
you could do?
Like, if someone's like, oh, there's a huge scandal with Wendigo.
Yeah.
He said he donated blood to this blood drive.
Okay.
Let's have it be less heavy. What if you actually knew that on the episodes, like let's say during the live show, right? During the live tour, while we're there, I actually shit my pants. Would you be able to be with that and I mean it's bad. Like it's something to where like it's going down my leg. People have video footage of it. It's smelly. People are like up. They're leaving the room. It's so bad. Would you be able to still be host with that kind of thing? And the whole thing too is, and then I cry. It's like a really embarrassing. There's really nothing, and it kind of looks bad on you too because they're just like, "Wow, you're with this guy." Would you actually stay by your man? And
if you blow your pants out at our first live show, I'm
insane.
Insane,
and there's insane video
I'm
footage.
never leaving the podcast. I'm bringing that up every episode until we're
It's
dead.
insane video footage, so much so that it like actually affects my. I
That's
have
our
to
new
make a
intro.
public.
That's
The whole
our
thing
new
too is like people
Creepcast.
keep but and like people like they said like the only sponsors that want to sponsor us are like diapers and stuff like that. It's a horrible thing.
Edit. Sorry, upon further inspection, I realized that some of the scribbles on the receipt paper may have been transcribed incorrectly. I also made some adjustments to the spelling and fixed some typos. While I was at it, I added another typo just for the observant reader. Lastly, upon the advice of some of my readers, I removed the part where I listed Farmer Jr.'s social security number and address. Also, special thanks to the reader that pointed out that Striga isn't even a Spanish word. I asked Diego about it when he came in for his fourth shift today, but Diego simply looked at me blankly and told me that he doesn't speak Spanish.
God. So stupid.
That's this is great. I'm loving this so far. How do you feel?
What is it exactly?
He asked as he crossed back to where his pile of clothes waited for him.
What? What is your condition? Paranoia? Schizophrenia? The gay?
Diego shrugged.
You boys know what an anglerfish is.
Bearded man asked as he walked to the back door and opened it.
Yeah, I guess.
The bearded man pulled up a secret compartment from beneath the floorboard and retrieved a large automatic rifle. just this guy. This is so funny because it's just like a guy who works at a gas station and he's just dragged into like this guy like, do you boys know what the anglerfish is? As he's grabbing a rifle and he's just like, I mean, I guess. So I saw it on Animal Planet. The man pointed his gun and marched into the woods while Diego and I made our way back to the gas station. Like, you see what I mean? Like any other story, that's the main character, right? Like I'm
100%.
I'm hunting the thing that lives in the woods, and he gets his rifle. He's like, "Do you boys know an anglerfish?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, it's like the siren. Yeah, we got a siren. She lives out there. She'll
like,
get the
cool,
stray
I'll talk to you
hitchhiker
later."
every now and then. Yeah."
Where was Jerry while Spencer was beating the crap out of poor old Jack? Well, I'd gone into town to see a movie. Yes, I went and watched Thor Ragnarok.
Jesus Christ.
If you haven't seen it, go see it. It was awesome. I guess I'm lucky I went when I did. Otherwise, this Spencer guy might have tossed me into that hole as well. I love Marlboro. He's such a fun character. A former cult member who's just assimilated into this group. And he's like, I was seeing Thor Ragnarok.
They never let me used to see movies in my old group.
I was the one that found Jack. When I came back to the gas station, I couldn't find anyone anywhere. So I went searching until I noticed that door at the edge of the hall cracked open slightly. I also found a really poorly made bomb behind the register, but it didn't.
Fuck.
I decided that whatever hatched from the cocoon, be it a butterfly or moth or monster, I was going to name it Starburst. Aw. I hobbled.
That's a good name.
It's a good name. I hobbled myself back to the gas station and tossed one last look over my shoulder at the dumpster to see that one of the raccoons was stuffing the cocoon into its mouth.
Oh, God.
It devoured the whole thing in a couple bites before making eye contact with me and dashing off into the woods.
Jesus.
That's so good. A whole paragraph about, like, maybe life will get better. Maybe little Starburst is going to teach me a thing or two about living or whatever. It's like, I turned around and the raccoon,
nope, he's gone.
the raccoon swallowed it whole. Marlboro pointed back the way we came. We all turned to see Spencer standing in the middle of the path, a wicked smile in his face.
Hi. Miss me?
Diego screamed at me.
Jack, the gun!
I pulled the weapon out of my pocket and chucked it as hard as I could. It's a... it smacked Spencer right in the face and he fell over. I was very proud for the 2 seconds it took me to realize what I had done wrong. Just,
But as always, we love seeing all the comments, the memes, the art. It's all amazing. We appreciate you guys. You guys are the best fan base on the internet. I'll say it.
Sure.
And you know what?
Especially when
God
they
bless
leave
you.
me, Jeff Goldblum notes.
No.
My
That's
favorite
whenever.
terrorist.
That's when you. Those aren't fans. Those are.
Nope, he said it. He said
like-
that you all are his favorites, so keep doing
All right,
that
everybody.
for sure.
We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
See you in the next one, and Jeff Goldblum forever. Bye. At the end of the pipe was a simple shower head, aimed down towards the ground. You know,
yeah. That's awesome.
yeah, it's pretty good. You know that feeling when your stomach drops? In this case, I think mine literally did because I Oh, that was the story.
Ugh.
What?
Oh no, I'm just listening.
Oh, sorry. I thought you thought I asked. You know when your stomach drops, like I personally was asking you. That wasn't part of the story.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely do. Yeah, I know that feeling.
No,
that you're feeling.
Hold on. There's like there's like.
Oh my
layers of
god! Yeah, sorry. I'm
miscommunication.
just now realizing.
Okay,
yeah, my bad.
yeah. That was too good because I kept reading the words on screen, and you're like, yeah, oh yeah.
Well, I was like sitting there, and I was like, yeah, I my stomach did drop.
Wow, wow, Isaiah, good point. I never thought of that.
Well, in a way, I'm wondering, did he even put out that the funeral was going to happen? Is he just embarrassed? Is he just mad that he's like, oh, I look stupid now? Like, I don't know.
Man, that is a lot of heavy things that I'm sure Sam cannot unpack.
Yeah, it's especially for a 16-year-old who works at a sandwich shop.
Yeah, so
Okay.
they say mayo is the sauce of the aristocrat. Poor kid.
He's like, the guy's just like, what? All right, well, he like claps his hands. I'll talk to you later, Mr.
And Kyle's like, what was that? He's like, I just want to give him something to thank on.
Yeah, don't worry, he's totally bought. That's what Sam would say. Everything's perfect.
Gets him every time. Yeah. Oh, that's Kimber. Kyle said a little too fast.
Oh, that's Kimber.
His phone goes off in his pocket. He's like, that's Kimber having a breakdown, I'm sure. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be so funny if he answered. He's like, what's wrong? just
What?
keeps doing that every time.
What? I'm trying to eat the sandwiches. Sam
babe?
said that the
What?
mayo was an aristocrat sauce or something, so I gotta finish that up.
I just bought these minutes at Walmart, babe. You're wasting them. What's going on?
He was transparent about his intentions from the start. I applied to be on his detail, but was denied. No name, no experience. I only got on because I was able to take out all the bodyguards in sort of a hand-to-hand combat trial. I only got on because I was able to take out all of his bodyguards in a sort of hand-to-hand combat trial. Guess those trips to the police academy finally paid off. Boy, oh boy, the fall. The fall from grace. Agreed. How does James and Scott know more about the statue than we do? Oh my god, so much dialogue. Because he had almost 80 people on his staff who did nothing but travel every corner of the globe. Are you still here?
I'm speechless.
I understand. I'm just going to keep powering through. I'm just going to keep powering through.
The combat trial, I think, is the wildest.
We're getting to levels of Monster Hunter. So what, you're a monster hunter?
In a second, it's going to be like, so, Demon Hunter, huh?
More. Over and over. Weaker and weaker until he finally fell silent. Like I said, let me tell you. My little Monster Energy drink there. That's fine. But I do think that this also is beginning to feel like somebody definitely went to Barnes & Noble and just bought a Grey's Anatomy book. Is what it's feeling like. There's so
Right,
much.
You're being a bit. Yeah, I think I'm still into it. I think you're being a bit mean. I think.
No. I'm saying that. I'm just saying. I like it too. Listen, when I say these things, it isn't a direct me being like this is bad. I'm just saying that like with how medical it's getting so quickly, it definitely feels like someone was just like, okay, well, what's this? And then they just kind of were going into that. And there was no prep time also for this, right? I could see a person sitting here writing this with a nice glass of red wine, and they bust open one of those like heavily illustrated Barnes & Noble collectible books, hardback books of Grey's Anatomy. I think the guy was just looking at tons of source material for old-timey doctors and stuff and all kinds of things that, how do things connect with each other? But I appreciate that. I appreciate the level of detail. And,
Well, I think you're a hater. I think this is...
Okay, all right, man. All right, man. It's not true.
I think this is fraudulent. I think this is a cheap shot at quality storytelling. I for one won't stand for it. Me and the Russian sleep experiment truthers don't abide by this.
Listen, I like it. Is what I'm saying. I think it doesn't matter. All I'm going to say is the only real criticism here, because whatever you can say about the Grey's Anatomy book, sure. But what I guess the big thing here is repeating the word more over and over, weaker and weaker, until I finally went silent. That's right up my alley. I like that. Okay. It's getting kind of it's into the cheesy realm of like this is the part in the movie too where he says that, and his eyes are all jaundiced up, and he's looking around until they roll into the back of his head. He's like, more, whatever. And then all the doctors look at each other, and they're like, gulp, right? They probably don't say the word gulp, but they do gulp. And it's a nice beat. It's a nice beat. Gulp?
I'm gonna keep reading before you keep slandering, digging this hole for yourself.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I waited hours standing in the doorway with my shotgun cocked and ready to put down whatever it was that was waiting in the woods. It was then that a man in a mobility scooter rolled towards
Leave my
me.
deceased grandpa alone.
I can't. That's too wild of a story to not bring up. He was a retired grain man, but I was sure if I brought up Sandy's name, he'd be more than willing to help me search for him. Thankfully, I'm sorry. Just a visual of just a guy, a half paralyzed man on a mobility scooter.
You know what?
Just stalking through the woods at night, executing any animal he comes across.
I'm bringing my mom into this.
You're bringing your mom into this? What do you mean you're bringing your mom into this?
I'm letting you know right now.
Sure.
Hello?
Hello?
Mom?
Yes.
Isaiah is making fun of Grandpa Ernest and how he shot our dog Roger. Can you tell him that it wasn't as that big of a deal?
Yeah, it was a huge deal. I feel like you almost got shot.
No. he was fine.
Hello.
She can't hear
Mrs.
me. She can't hear
hello,
you, dude.
Mrs. Hancock. Can you hear me?
She can't hear you, Isaiah. Just what? I mean, it wasn't. What happened to him after the fact? Ernest.
Hang on 1 second.
Well, this is not going as planned.
Okay, sorry, I'm at work. What'd you say?
What happened to Grandpa Ernest after that?
Oh, we put his ass in a home.
Because he almost shot? Because he shot the dog?
Yeah, he's done.
He's done?
Yeah, he's done.
How many years did... I know he's... I mean, this is when I was like 7, but how...
Yeah.
Did he die in the nursing home, or did you guys at least take him out?
I think we took him out like once, but yeah, he ended up dying there.
Well, this is a tragically sad story.
It is sad, and I just say don't shoot your animals.
Well, I thought it was an accident. Was it not an accident?
No, I don't think so.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, this is completely taken a left turn.
You were young. You didn't know.
Okay.
You didn't know.
All right. Well, this is backfired completely. I love you, Mom. I have to go.
Ask. Hold on. Ask if.
She's gone.
If you were.
She's gone. This memory is completely ruined. I thought it was an accident. It was on purpose.
You've been trying to downplay it the whole episode. Your grandfather shot that dog on purpose.
I did.
And he got thrown in a home where he died. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's not funny. It's funny how you remembered none of it. And it's way more tragic.
I didn't know he was such a monster.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't know. Oh. That could not have gone any. Editor, you cut that out right now.
You leave all of that in.
You cut that out. Do not leave that in.
If you do not leave that in, I'm quitting the podcast. That is the greatest. God. That is the funniest thing that has ever happened on this show. Oh my gosh. You going from just a normal event, oh yeah, it was this accident, into oh, we were afraid your grandfather would kill you or something, so we put him in a home and he died there.
This is a podcast about telling scary stories here. We're deviating too far from the script here. We got to just get back to the story.
Oh my gosh. That is staying in the episode. That is the wildest thing that has ever happened on the show. Oh my gosh. You are going to hear about Roger until you're dead.
I waited hours standing in the doorway, I believe is the next line. Get me out of this hell, please.
No, I remember. Okay, so remember the jokes I was making about he's out here and then just
it's
a mobile
too real.
scooter.
It's too real now.
No, it is. That is the new villain. That is up there with Mr. Wellers.
I am only hearing
CreepCast all-timer.
It's fucked up because you've planted the seed now, and now in the woods, all I'm hearing is a mobility scooter cracking leaves and cracking branches, rolling through the darkness. Random pop shots going off in the middle of the night. And now I feel bad for Sandy.
I'm imagining he's out here in the woods and you hear the scooter just going through.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's get back. We're back into the story. People came to listen to a scary story. Let's give it to them right now. Boom. We're back in.
Several minutes of footage are too degraded to view. Only a select few frames are discernible.
Yeah, it's him getting absolutely jumped by Rocky.
There you go.
Yep. Rocky, no! Rocky, no! Yo, that's so cool, the deer.
That is
It's
sick.
coming out of a deer to other deer. That's dope.
Is that a deer or is that the dog? Or
I think
I see the deer in the background, but it looks like it's coming out of Rocky.
Okay, so the previous one looked like a deer. Well, no, that kind of is a dog.
This is a
right.
dog,
I guess
yeah.
I need to know what Rocky looks like. Okay.
I see the deer's doing a little drive-by. It's what the fuck is
There's no protocol for this.
Yeah, what the hell? Or maybe it was a deer and it's infecting all of the animals in the forest, maybe?
Yeah.
I'm going to laugh. I'm going to laugh so hard, Isaiah. I'm going to rafflecopter, as the kids say. The day that you were like, hey, I can't record today because someone harvested my organs because you're so fucking naive. You're going to let someone come in and cut up all your gutty works and take it.
Yeah, sorry, I can't. Someone took my spleen.
Is what you're going to say. And I'm like, what happened?
Yeah, I don't know. This guy was just following me, but it seemed normal.
That's you. But no, this old creepy fuck is like, and then it was low. The kid doesn't live anymore, but if you want it, you can have it. I don't know. I'm an old man. Doesn't make any sense, dude. Go ahead, keep reading. Go ahead. Let's see where it goes. No, I bet the old guy's fine. I bet he's a perfectly normal guy.
He could rationalize it in his mind. Our protagonist could rationalize the interaction as just like a weird way to phrase some kid that lived down the street. The next sentence, he says that he phrased it weirdly, but it's not the old man going, it's the kid I had in my basement. It's just like, oh, a kid lived around here. And that's enough nuance that your brain could be like, oh, that's a weird way to say it.
I love that the literal next sentence is there was something weird about the way the
yes, clearly there's something weird about it, but that's not immediately like, I capture children.
Okay. All right.
Can I go back to the story?
Yeah, I'm waiting to hear what happens next.
Are you?
1971 to 1998, 26 years of basically figuring this.
Yep.
This kind of actual
of like, because research was hard to perform. Of course,
Sure.
It's it's a kilometer underneath the ocean. And also, like, I can only imagine how long it took to track how big it is.
Sure.
Underwater.
Well, yeah. I mean, I probably wouldn't even want to fucking approach the thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, let's go
Measure it.
I'm going to swim right up next to it.
Yeah.
I'm good, especially because it's like has mimetic in it
Yeah,
present.
exactly.
Like,
Also, I'm going to kill myself. Swimming up next.
not only is this huge, but I have a gun, and I'm gonna.
If a small dog was whimpering, shivering, I probably wouldn't just stay down there and open the hole. I probably would just be like, this is a bad idea. But you know what? They're down there. What are they supposed to do?
It looks at the hole you're working on and starts crying, and they're like, "Wimp, what a loser."
Yeah, exactly. God, Whip, you pussy. Jesus.
Amateur hour down here.
Yeah, good Lord.
This hole that periodically makes grinding and moaning noises. What's your problem? We anchored from the usual tree and began to rappel into the cave. I went down first and got my gear together while B came down. What's the saying with caving? If it blows, it goes. Like,
yeah, like if there's
if you can feel air coming.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think it means like, oh, there's an exit. Like air is coming through a different side and exiting out here. So I think that if it blows, it goes. Or if you just want to get your cock sucked in a cave, then you can just say it blows, it goes, which would be nice too.
That's true, I guess. I would be a little worried about what is doing the action.
Just you and your boys, dude.
The people you bring in with you.
Yeah.
That's fine. I thought you meant if you find something in a cave.
Me and B going down to the cave and having a dark suck.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried for your intentions with me that every story we come across that involves two male characters, you always take in that direction.
I'm gonna get you a Christmas shirt. It's just gonna have a giant bee on it.
Oh no!
Hey B.
Okay. All right.
Get you a shirt that says B and a flashlight. That's how I'll get you for Christmas.
Hey Hunter, what are we doing in the cave? Ah!
Just a little suck and fuck, brother. Just a little suck and fuck.
Okay, all right. My mom texted me the other day. She's like, "Oh, I started listening to CreepCast," and I'm like, "Oh no,
no!" We start screaming.
No, please. It fits the vibe very well.
Yeah.
Right,
also, it being so distorted, it sounded like a Russian gamer, like a Russian Counter-Strike player. That's what it sounded like to me. I was like, get out of my head! Get out of my head!
Well, this is actually just this is a family-friendly vlog in Russia.
Yeah, a typical family vlogger in Russia be like. Or more like typical Mormon vlogger here in America be like.
Yeah,
it's Ruby Rose or whoever the hell that
the Ruby Frank,
Ruby Frankie, passengers. Yeah, Ruby Frankie, 8 passengers, backyard be like
average family vlog channel.
Yeah, no shit. Daddy of 5's backyard be like
human skull.
I would hear these footsteps and I would be ripped back into consciousness, terrified. for my
Do
entire
you want
childhood.
to hold on to make it easier on us? Do you want to alternate paragraphs?
Sure.
Sure, like substantial paragraphs. Like if it's a sentence, then you do another one.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, that way it's just more rhythmic or whatever. Neither of us are losing our voice because we're in this for the long haul. This isn't a sprint. It's a marathon, right? We got to pace ourselves.
Yeah, it's a classic. It's a classic tortoise and the hare kind of thing. And
Exactly.
You'd be very surprised who wins that race. Huh?
Look, I'm not saying I was there or anything, but from what I've heard, it got pretty wild.
From what
pretty
I heard,
wacky.
it was a pretty good race. Is all I gotta say.
A lot of upsets that day. All right. Anyway.
Yeah. Since I'd sometimes get up to piss or get something to drink, and can remember just going back to sleep on the bottom bunk. My God, I'm having a stroke.
It's okay, Grandpa. So if you hit
I
control
know.
and the mouse wheel, the words get bigger.
Zoom in. I need to zoom in, Sonny. I'm sorry.
The words, they're bigger, Grandpa. You don't have to squint so hard.
It's easy to read now. This would happen once or twice a week.
Ma'am. Somebody just came in. No. Ma'am, stay as quiet as you can. Don't make a sound.
Mommy.
He came inside.
Dude, there was no way for me to do that.
Oh, you were doing so good. You were doing so good. You were killing it.
I tried.
Oh, that was great.
Oh, fuck, there's
That's
more.
Screaming about his legs worked or whatever. You were nailing it.
Little deal.
I see.
I see all the people dreamboating over you, dude. But I don't get that kind of love. All right?
I've seen some people dreamboat over you. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, whatever, dude.
I sent you the fan edit that was talking about a certain kind of choo-choo train, if you know what I mean, that involved both of us.
All right. Okay, dude. All right. This is a 4-part series here. That was
Just breezes past it. Okay.
Completely zoom past it. Is what it is.
Okay, go ahead. Let's get into it. As always, everyone, thank you so much for watching.
Oh, yeah. Spotify, Apple Listen
Podcasts,
to us there, baby. Rate us good. Rate us hard.
We're halfway to Hawk Tua.
We are. Hawk Tua podcast is at 15 right now. We're still above Ben Shapiro, but we want to get above. I want to get above fucking Markiplier, which is show is presented by Mug.
Root beer, yeah.
How the hell do we get?
We can
when
steal
can I
Mug.
get a mug presented by Mug?
We can steal that. I think we can. If we overtake him, we can. And I have to get by. I will, if by the end of the year we have not surpassed the Talk to a podcast, I will.
That has to be bleeped. There's no way it cannot be. Can we? Do you think we could at least try to get a Mountain Dew presented by Mountain Dew?
I think
our logo's green.
Where's it at? Hold on. Did we not have one? We had one. I swear. We drank it. That's how much we like it. Yeah.
Harry, go grab the Baja Blast Zeros.
Hold on. Didn't like Red Bull and Monster sponsor creators forever?
That we don't need to talk about them. Where our scopes need to be on Mountain Dew. That's where our love is moving forward. Isaiah, let's get into this story. And if there's a reference of Mountain Dew, we're going to give a lucky fan $60,000.
You're going to give a fan $60,000?
No.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Split joint here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. It's funny you said it too, because when I read that too, I was like, oh, fuck. Because I was perceiving it as like, oh, okay, we're getting into like alien territory, almost, is what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Man with big black eyes, sure, all the tropes are there for that. Mm-hmm. But whenever I heard the rhythmic coughing, which while I was reading it, I don't know if you did too, but whenever I read this kind of stuff, you almost try to like mimic the kind of cough to kind of like
what it
get
would
a
sound
vibe
like.
for it.
Yeah.
And I was doing it until I heard insect, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I and I'm like, "Oh well, no wonder I can't think of what it is because like an insect coughing."
Oh no!
So I sat there and I kept doing like these weird like trying to do like a grasshopper cough or something. I couldn't think of what it would sound like, and I was gonna ask you what you thought what an insect cough would sound like.
I would think. Well, if you did it on the podcast, I guess I will too. It's probably like a. I can't do it correctly. Hold on. It's like. I guess. I don't know. To me, in my head, it sounds kind of like. To me, in my head, it sounds like a cicada almost. I expected him to tell me the reason, but instead he told me something else that threw another curveball into this whole saga.
I shouldn't have told them that I found a way. They listened to me and it got so much worse. So many people blame me and I thought I had escaped. I did everything. But I guess naming you Harrison was a clue on who I really was. Although I wanted to leave that part of me behind. I just couldn't. It's too much part of my life. You're the only boy in the world named Harrison.
Wait.
No, sorry, Harrison, listen, I'm sorry I named you that. You're the only boy in the world.
Hold on, Dad. Hold on. So let me get this straight for a second. I am in the middle of God knows where on the side of a highway. You knew about this whole thing. And not only when I told you I was getting a job there, did you not say, I don't know, hey, son, maybe don't go to the super ancient cult that wants to kill you that you knew about.
No, son,
not
it was
only
my
that,
bad. No,
but
you know what? My bad.
Harrison? For no reason other than the fact that this was a part of your life?
All right, I'm finna apologize for that one. My goofy ass shouldn't have even done that. I'm sorry, bruh. But they never would leave me alone. So I hope that, well, maybe you being there would finally get them off my back. It was a really shitty thing to do, son. But I was tired of it. I'm so sorry. Like he's like, so I've just sacrificed you.
So let me get. So not only do you name me Harrison, you threw me to the dogs,
bruh,
to try to save yourself,
bruh. I know I be acting goofy, for real. I'm sorry, bruh.
Oh man,
can you finna forgive me?
He's got now. I imagine him. He's wearing like those DC shoes, and he's got like a gold chain on.
Yeah,
it's like whatever that hair that like Gen Z TikTokers have, like the curly hair. It's like, bruh. He keeps doing the arm thing, the gun thing, like about to air this out. I then heard footsteps behind me, and just before the world faded back into darkness again, I finally remembered where I'd seen Doug before. He was the man in the painting in the chapel at Camp Oakwood.
Part 5.
Oh, Doug looks like Sharino, right? Yeah, that's
and remember Doug was like, "Hey, don't trust anybody that looks like him." The painting.
And he's like, "Got it. If I see anyone that looks like this highly specific painting I remember, I'll let you. You'll be the first to know."
I saw it one time before I took a shit and a piss when I first got to the place in a dimly lit room. I remember as clear as day. Doug, thanks.
Okay, Doug, I'll never look at a painting again.
I hate paintings now. Death with art, Doug.
I'll look at it. Okay, my dad, I think it wants to kill me, but I'm not sure, Doug.
Yeah, my dad basically said that I was dead and he was really tired, so he went back to bed. It was awesome.
I'll be completely honest, Doug. I'm so scared right now.
Doug, you're goofy, You're goofy, for real.
It's funny to imagine he's just like, everyone who walks up to he's like, "Hi, I'm so scared. I keep forgetting things because I'm so scared." It's like the protagonist from The Abandoned Ship. Like every situation he gets in, he like shivers and throws up and runs. All right. That was the end of part 4. We're on to our final part.
Part 5. And let's see the interesting conclusion to Camp Oakwood.
I awoke in a dimly lit room. The back of my head was aching terribly. But when I attempted to touch it, I discovered that I couldn't move my arms. I looked over and found that my arms were tied up. I then looked down and found my legs were tied up too. They were tied up so that I was lying on my back, spread eagle on whatever I was on. Which felt like... No, please! Kill me! Shoot me in the head, please! Anything else?
Okay, just kill me! Kill me!
I'll do literally anything else. You were talking about carving me with a knife. That's awesome.
I'm gonna hold my breath till I die. I'm gonna hold my breath till I die.
I'm gonna hold my breath till I die. It's such a childish way to kill yourself. It's like a 5-year-old strength.
Well, yeah. Well, they walk in, they're like, what's wrong with him? Well, he's passed out 7 times from trying to hold his breath until he died. They're like spit all over him. I'll hold my breath till I die.
He keeps waking up and trying to do it again. It's really sickening. I'm gonna hold my breath till I die. Like, he's so scared he's reverting to like childhood strategy. Oh, and maybe if I turn my neck really hard,
I keep
I'll
forgetting
break
that he's
it.
21. I don't know why. I keep thinking he's a teenager, but no, he's 21 years old.
Because he keeps saying and doing things that sound like a teenager.
Yeah. Where? Oh, right. Just give me a second.
I expected Doug to be dragged in or something, but that didn't happen. Instead, I saw something that had I not seen with my own 2 eyes, I would never believed. Carson's body began twitching, and then it started to change shape. His skinny body grew larger in size. His bald head began growing hair, and his wrinkles started to fade from his face. After about 20 seconds, his body stopped morphing. Standing out where Carson once was Doug. No, because remember, Carson said in the message earlier, he was like, I found a way to let my body be a vessel for Horace. So now, like, Horace can, like, transform in Carson's position.
Yeah, we're just getting into shape-shifting. It's no big deal.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, then, hey, just in case Isaiah didn't need to bring that up because he says, remember how I said if a person was possessed by Horace that they'd have the ability to change physically into him? Yeah.
Oh, of course. How could I forget? Let's dive right in. Do you want to take the first section or me?
I will. I'll take it. Which it starts off by saying, tonight's kind of a catalyst for this post. I just received another message, and it's worse than any of the others. My girlfriend died on the 7th of August, 2012. Yeah, she was at the LMFAO album release party at Best Buy. She got trampled to death. All right. Anyways, she was involved. She was involved in the 3.
Like, all right, LMFAO. I'll calm down. I know those get you going.
Too early.
And I return to the cold, unforgiving earth. It doesn't welcome me back. I hit the slope.
Man, she must have been falling for a while, huh?
Yeah, I mean, if she like had glide time, I'm gonna guess
have that kind of.
I'm gonna guess she lives because the dead deer break her fall. But she's got to like
she impales herself on all the antlers.
Yeah, she's got to break a bone or something, at least, right? I hit the slope.
Yeah, she's got to break a bone or something, I think. Definitely.
Is that me?
Break arm.
Is that what you're doing? Is that me? Is that my voice?
Yeah, that's you. That's what you
Stop that. Cut that out. Hey,
yeah, probably got to break a wrist. Probably.
Hey, no, I don't like the direction. It's funny when we're making fun of the British people. Cut that out. I hit the slope, immediately bouncing off one shoulder and landing on the other.
That's what I think of immediately bouncing. Boing.
Thank you, Hunter. That's the sound people make when they hit the ground really hard.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, Minecraft Steve noise. Okay. I couldn't figure out what it was from a distance, so I went closer, trying to be as quiet as I could. When I actually got close enough to see what it was, my mouth literally fell open. It was eggs. Huge eggs, all in a cluster like a nest.
Oh my god, dude. What are we getting at? What is happening now? I'm so lost in this story. Is this gonna be about a giant fucking chicken, dude? What are we doing here? If this turns into a giant rooster, I am gonna be so pissed. Because even the giant a speedy chicken cross the road. Oh my god! How did the chicken cross the road? Is this seriously where we're going, dude? That's what happened early. Oh.
Why don't you find out?
We're gonna find. Yeah.
They were enormous. It's hard to explain their size, but you can sort of see them in relation to my boot here. So,
what do you mean? It's hard to explain. I see them. They're giant. In the previous photo, there's a tree, and they dwarf the tree.
It's literally these eggs are like what?
They're bigger than a basketball.
Yeah, they're like basketball size. Just these big, giant white eggs in the middle of the forest. Yeah. Nah, she didn't show. None of them did. I didn't believe it all until we went to Aokigahara. Sure. Aokigahara.
Aokigahara.
Wait. Aokigahara.
Sir, if you've been there for so long, how do you not know how to say it?
Listen, little Missy, I don't even think that you're real. I don't know what you is, but it ain't right.
Why do you say such horrible things?
No, I don't. See, now you're whispering, and that makes me all kinds of bothered and uncomfortable, and I don't stand for it, ma'am. Okay. You done got me riled. That's it. I'm getting my gun.
Did you find anything in the Aokigahara?
I thought
in the unaliving forest?
I thought I couldn't pronounce it. Now you can't pronounce it. What's this about, you
Well,
little
it's not mine,
educated
mate.
British lady?
I wouldn't say I'm a cultured woman. I just wanted to know if you've seen any. Did you find anything
I see
there?
how it is. You think you're all sophisticated better than me just because I'm from down here in Phoenix.
Yes.
Well, let me tell you this.
Yes.
You think that it's fine for you to mispronounce it, but when I mispronounce it, it's because I'm some dumb yokel. Is that right?
Yes.
Well, that just...
Now, Rob, I need you to just get back to the fucking story, you deranged old man.
Well, that ain't quite Christian of you now, is it?
Absolutely. I'm in Taylor Hall, room 310, and I'll be back in my dorm by 4 today. Thanks. We just came from the Paranormal Society on campus. Ugh, say no more. Yeah, so I'll definitely see you at 4. Great.
Alice said and smiled.
Is this going to be like a whole fucking Hereditary thing where you think that it's a person who's like, oh, I can help you, and all of a sudden it's just like, yeah, by the way, that was my boyfriend who jumped, and I've been trying to get back with his spirit.
I've been trying to like give him a vessel all of a sudden. That would literally be Hereditary.
Or yeah, exactly. I'm trying to get a vessel for you, and you have a rockin' bod, and I think you'd be perfect. So what size is your titty cups again?
She's trying to get out. It's a girl behind the desk.
Yeah.
So she's trying to get a female body for her boyfriend.
No, she's a lesbian.
Okay. You said boyfriend.
Well, yeah, I messed it up.
The story's now changed.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Continue.
What titty size cup are you again? D?
Okay.
Whoa.
I was like,
Bingo was his name.
When you paused after what size, I'm like, am I supposed to participate here?
What size? D? Hi-oh! Bingo was his name.
I like how the side tangent is you fantasizing about being a lesbian with an attractive
B-I-N-G-O. Bingo was his name-o. Touching! Why are you doing all this? No reason.
Sometimes you look like a Sesame Street Muppet.
Fuck is that supposed to mean?
The control you have over your face, like the expressions you make, are so.
I'm not a puppet. I'm a man.
You got heated over that quick, like immediately.
I'm not a puppet. I'm a man. Okay. B-I-N-G-O is being his name.
You have the biggest eyes of anyone I've ever met.
What?
Your eyes.
Even hairy. I got hairy too.
Huge. Your eyes are huge. Like when you're standing close.
You look like a
they're just
Russian
large.
nesting doll.
What does that mean? What do you even mean by that?
Google, pull up an image of a Russian nesting doll right now. That's what you look like.
I know what one looks like, but how does that relate to me?
It's the face that you make. It's the face and the contortion that you do. It's the way that you present yourself.
Right now?
Yeah.
What about me is contorted?
Black, soulless eyes.
Oh.
And then really no emotion on the face, just this. And I expect that I could go up to you, I could pop off your half, and there'd be an even smaller version of you on the inside doing this. And I would just be like, and keep doing it. You just get smaller and smaller until there was one that was like this big. You was just like this. That's what I expect. And I do.
I do that.
Wow, bro.
And I keep putting back on until it's just.
Wow, dude, you got me. good roast, bro.
That's not a roast. I'm just saying.
Absolutely flamed me. With that
You know
one.
what?
Great job,
Russian
dude.
nesting doll. I stand by it.
What's that even? Okay.
Also, it's not a roast, Isaiah. That's just what I think.
You just think I'm a Russian nesting doll.
So
That's the most bizarre, like, out of the lip thing.
Also,
made more sense.
were you roasting me by saying that I have the largest eyes you've ever seen?
No,
Because I thought that was just an observation.
It was an observation, but I was more so
That's
saying
what I was doing too.
That's part of the reason you look so expressionate. You can control your expression so well. You have big features that you can like manipulate easily.
I think you look like a Russian nesting doll.
See, that one has some malice. There's no. Because
in what way? It's my opinion.
I said you look like a Muppet because like you could make these like bizarre facial expressions, which makes sense because you're a comedian and a personality and stuff like that. So if anything, it was a compliment. You just looked at me and you're like, you look like a Russian doll.
No.
What do I do with that?
No,
what does
no.
that even mean?
Russian nesting doll.
Yeah, I was here. I remember.
Well, you said Russian doll.
Okay. What am I supposed to get out of that? That there's a little me inside of me, and then a slightly
I think
smaller me inside
you know
of
what
that
I think it
one?
was is that actually I unconsciously thought that there was layers to you. I guess I was wrong.
Oh, it's nodding.
Well, for the record, I don't think you're in any danger. As much as it sucks, you guys are simply a casualty. You just need to stay out of room 733.
I snorted.
You know, snort?
You're doing the voice lines.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? I'd never go in there.
He's looking at me like, you're going to snort? It's like, no, it's not my job.
I don't know. I believe that you believe that.
He's having a breakdown. I don't know. He got a little tired a minute ago. And since then the lines have been like,
Honestly, you know what I think it is because I feel so defeated about the Russian nesting doll thing that he thought that was an insult.
It was before that, for one.
I never said it was a bad thing, did I? I never said it was a bad
Did it hurt
thing.
your feelings?
You know what? I think it did.
It hurt your feelings that you called me a Russian nesting doll, and I said that I just asked what the insult was.
No.
Was.
You know what you did? You looked at me. You said, you did. Good burn.
Because I insulted your
my observation.
abilities.
My observation.
But if it wasn't meant as a roast, then it wasn't an insult. I was wrong in thinking it was supposed to be one.
Well, then I want an apology
for thinking.
Yeah, for saying that I thought that you thought that I was roasting you.
No, I'm not giving you that. I'm not giving you that at all.
Well, for the record, I don't think you're in any danger. As much as it sucks, you guys simply are casualty. You just need to stay out of room 733.
I snorted.
Are you kidding?
Did you reset just so you can snort again?
It's a very natural read.
You shouldn't be. What do you think it is? Something very old and something very evil.
I regarded her skeptically, then let my eyes wander around the room. I hadn't really noticed the decor before, but to say Alice had an interest in the occult was an understatement. There's just like a giant Baphomet statue and like pentagrams everywhere.
How long have you had that? It's like a gargoyle that's like this.
It's like the giant, it's doing the like as above, so below thing. And she's like,
Is this evil? Am I an evil place?
Is this a bad place? This is the other bedroom, isn't it?
What do you call it? Is this one Presley? I want to kill myself. I'm looking around this room. I want to kill myself. That's her looking around. Okay. I'm looking around the room. I want to kill myself. No, this isn't the bedroom. I'm going to kill myself in this room.
I'm going to do it anyway. This is about to be the second room.
Everything, everywhere's a room. Walgreens down the street bedroom. Where am I at? I can't see any situation where I would be compelled to enter that room.
I know.
But you have to be prepared that there may come a time. 5 suicides. How could the university still let people live in there? They don't, apparently. That's why it's a pie worm. And back then, well, every few years, once everyone who would remember had well, I can't do that.
Is it too much? Is it too powerful?
It's too
good.
powerful.
It's a good voice.
Well, every few years, once everyone who would remember that he had once everyone, well.
Are you okay?
I'm not good at reading.
No, it's not that. You're just take a minute, take a breather.
Well.
I sense deception here. Maybe an omission. Maybe an outright lie. I couldn't tell and didn't have the presence of mind to pin him down on it. Instead, I angrily blurted,
Why'd you tell me she worked for the circus? She did. The house is the circus. What?
So I... Oh, well, he's being... He like Kurt's being cute.
Yeah, he's being
like,
cute.
She did. That house is a circus. Yeah, it's like, well, you're full of bugs now, idiot. You're full of giant glass worm bugs.
Take
and
me
I'm
to the
standing here in a
painting.
hazmat suit. Why
Yeah,
don't
well,
I
at least-
shoot you in the head and then burn that house down? That sounds like the best outcome for any of us.
Well, at least I don't put salt circles on the floor.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah. Big talk coming from the guy who probably killed his wife and needs me to think it's a suicide. So.
No, at least I don't. Never mind.
Okay, you hear that? You hear that? That's the worms in your skin.
Yeah.
Idiot.
I think there's
How's it feel,
butterflies
worm
growing
face?
in my brain.
What's that? Sorry, I couldn't hear you over the worms in your mouth. I hate you.
Yeah, that's the honest reaction. that's the actual honest reaction between it.
I don't like you a lot. I'm glad this is happening to you.
Yeah, worms. Worms.
So she has copper eyes. She's pale, mess of black hair. For one, I don't know what the story looks like. That's a bad thing. Sounds like my type. But then she touches him and says she gets a warm complexion. Her eyes brighten and her hair smooth. So like
she
touches
life?
him and gets like yossified.
Yeah, exactly. It's like she gets just like a Chinese Snapchat filter like goes over her or something like that. She's like, "Oh, you're the only one allowed in now." Yeah. I'm guessing because she has been devoid of life. I'm guessing from being in the painting, and now she is back, and then she touches life. I don't fucking know. I'm sure it'll explain more, but still, I'm glad you're lost because I was like, I have no idea what the fuck is happening right now.
Okay,
it's really great. But without further ado, why don't we start reading? How about we? The Russian
let's
sleep
get
experiment.
into this classic. Let's see what it's got in store.
So we begin with Russian. Oh my God, we don't begin with that.
Yeah,
Russian?
you can do better. Don't
Yikes! I can't.
You're a voice actor, by God, act like it.
I know, but I'm a dyslexic voice actor, so a lot of it's improvised. All right, I can't read scripts as they were.
I can voice act as long as someone says it to me first. I can't. Okay.
That's a nice thing that you're just like a little chameleon. You're able to copy stuff.
And the general tone of their conversations took a darker aspect after the 4-day mark.
That would have been me 3 hours into this experiment. I would have immediately been talking about how life is meaningless. I would have immediately gone into nihilism without a catnap. You find me without a catnap, I will be just talking about all the dark things in my life. That's definitely. But how cruel is this? I mean, this is some next level torture. At this point, it's got to be reminiscent of like some kind of smoking bar or something like that in New York. It's got to be some place where the hipsters go to smoke their European cigarettes. And, whenever someone like lets the door open, they say, close it.
That's what comes to your mind when you hear this. When you hear skin and flesh and bodily fluids all over the room, you're like, Europeans, am I right?
Yeah. No, not Europeans. I think of 5'4" hipsters in Hoboken, New York.
Okay.
Sitting there, and they're open, or New Jersey, where the fuck Hoboken is, and they're sitting there, and they're just like, when they shut the door, you're letting all the good smoke out. Is what they say. Because I've been to some of those places, let me tell you, and it's hell. it's its own little gas chamber, let me tell you, and it is not a fun place to be. There's always one pool table, and there's always two people that don't know how to play pool, on the pool. It doesn't matter.
You're
But
right.
all I'm saying is
That's just as bad. Just as bad as
it
what
is.
we're talking about.
I hate to say it. I don't want to be this kind of guy, but I do feel like it is just as bad. That's just me, though. More. Over and over. Weaker and weaker until he finally fell silent. Like I said, let me tell you, my little Monster Energy drink there. That's fine. But I do think that this also was beginning to feel like somebody definitely went to Barnes & Noble and just bought a Grey's Anatomy book. Is what it's feeling like. There's so much.
You're being a bit. Yeah, I think I'm still into it. I think you're being a bit mean. I think
No. I'm saying that I'm just saying I like it too. Listen, when I say these things, it isn't a direct me being like this is bad. I'm just saying that like with how medical it's getting so quickly, it definitely feels like someone was just like, okay, well, what's this? And then they just kind of were going into that. And there was no prep time also for this, right? I could see a person sitting here writing this with a nice glass of red wine, and they bust open one of those like heavily illustrated Barnes & Noble collectible books, hardback books of Grey's Anatomy. I think the guy was just looking at tons of, source material for old-timey doctors and stuff and all kinds of things that, how do things connect with each other? But I appreciate that. I appreciate the level of detail and,
I think you're a hater. I think this is...
Okay, all right, man. All right, man. It's not true.
I think this is fraudulent. I think this is a cheap shot at quality storytelling. I for one won't stand for it. Me and the Russian sleep experiment truthers don't abide by this.
Listen, I like it. Is what I'm saying. I think it doesn't matter. All I'm going to say is the only real criticism here, because whatever you can say about the Grey's Anatomy book, sure. But what I guess the big thing here is repeating the word more over and over, weaker and weaker, until I finally went silent. That's right up my alley. I like that. Okay. It's getting kind of it's into the cheesy realm of like this is the part in the movie too where he says that, and his eyes are all jaundiced up, and he's looking around until they roll into the back of his head. He's like, more, whatever. And then all the doctors look at each other, and they're like, gulp, right? They probably don't say the word gulp, but they do gulp. And it's a nice beat. It's a nice beat. Gulp?
I'm gonna keep reading before you keep slandering, digging this hole for yourself.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Most of them were from the force of his own muscles. His own muscles had exerted on them. All right, I'm so back. That goes so hard. They had so much oxygen in their system that their bodies were like bulking up, that their muscles were becoming super strong. Just with the wrist, he's able to like punch through the strap and the soldier holding it down. His bones are shattering from the mass of his own muscles. All this oxygenation, and then the moment he goes to sleep, he's dead. I love it. That's cool. That's cool.
No, it's definitely levels of anime that's being.
Oh my gosh, that's it. We're gonna fight right now.
No, it's good. I think it's fun. I like how over the top it is.
get some measurements to see exactly how much he's grown.
Something funny, Hunter?
What's the reading? Your baby just instant transmission out of your uterus. Well, I don't know how I'm supposed to say this, but we've lost your baby. He's like, what? He's in my
What
body.
do you mean you lost it?
Well, I hate to say this, but we seem to have lost your baby.
Which one does not fit?
Chair.
What?
Rope, dude. Duh. Blood.
There you go.
Oof. That's scary. Bro, why are you giggling? You're fucking freaking me out, dude. I'm like,
I'm sorry. I'm thinking about the visual of like a general, like a Sam Elliott type, just as the machine's turning on, being like, but also I want her to be like 5'6", 5'8", definitely not over 5'8", and maybe also if she could smell like a citronella candle on a midsummer's evening,
If she could
and have
smell
some
like-
freckles, but not too many. Like,
That's right, partner. And if you could you make her not taller than 5'6", and I want her to smell like French vanilla coffee made with coffee creamer. Thank you. Can you go ahead and do that for me?
He's just getting like so hyper specific.
yeah, he's like, I think I do it. He's like, buddy, you manifested a 6'3" basketball player. What the hell's going on? Where's your mind at? Are we gonna have problems or what?
If you could make her maybe a little bit upset when she comes home from work in the evenings, and that's understandable, but
A little
after
upset.
a time of comfort, she likes to be held and release her frustrations in a healthy and respectful manner that causes us as two people to grow closer together over time. That'd be great. Like,
Could you go ahead and give her one leg and she's always on a roller skate?
Hello? Is somebody there?
It's me, Lyndon B. Johnson.
he's the cryptid of the series.
Yeah. I've been in the mountain the whole time, Katie.
It's been 30 years.
It's been 30 goddamn years. What the hell is this?
It's a computer. It's a home computer.
What?
I was going to do a Lyndon B. Johnson impression, but it would require too many slurs, so we're just going to move on. Veronica was in the 4th grade and was probably the prettiest girl in the school. Even as a 6-year-old, what'd you say? Say that again.
I just said, yeah.
Oh, no, you better be careful as a 47-year-old man talking about 4th
I know.
How to get out of any social event. Someone mentions a kid.
Just one simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. After hours of sitting alone, he finally heard his mother. "Honey, are you okay?" she asked. Jeff couldn't answer, though. His face was covered.
Can I pause for a second?
I just realized the wording on that.
Can I pause for a second? Honey, are you okay? She asked. This woman saw her son fight off 3 other people that were trying to kill him, and he had bleach all over him and was in a ball of literal fire, rolled down steps, and basically died at her feet. And the first thing she says to her now conscious, I don't know how, a miracle child is, "Honey, are you okay?" Mom, no. I could be a lot better. All right?
This is the worst
Just
mom
want to say that.
ever lived. She sold her son out to the cops. She makes Jeff like
immediately
wear the stupid outfit, doesn't help him, and then is like, "Are you okay?"
This mom is checking out immediately. This is a mom who does
Oh
not
my
want to
gosh.
be a mom at all.
I can't think of a single scenario where if I heard someone having like anything sexual, I would say something. I'd be like, well, I'm gonna take this.
The next
very-
day at the Continental Breakfast, I'd be walking up to that person being like, buddy, listen, you're a racehorse, right? You're an endurer. But you got to give me and my family some time to rest. Think about you're in a public place. Give us some time, or pick a more appropriate hour that isn't in the middle of the goddamn night. Can we shake on that? See, you give them a compliment, but then you want something back. That's a give and take.
I think I'd rather be shot.
That seems excessive. That seems excessive.
I
Shoot
think
me.
I'd rather just die
Shoot me.
before I confronted anyone about.
If a man came up to me and he's like, buddy, you're a racehorse, I'd be like, oh my God, thank you.
I haven't even considered getting. I imagine we'd heckle back. Me and you
What
up
if
there.
What if it's just
If
completely
you or
disruptive?
I can get heckled, that is like, what are we doing, man?
Well, I think.
If some guy's like, "Yo, you suck," I'll be like, "Yeah, your mom sucks. Get up here. You want to go? You want to go?" Like,
what if
yeah.
we should train ourselves to be able to cry on command, and then we sob, and then
I think that would make
the
it
person
worse.
feels really,
Is
really
that not
bad.
what a heckler wants?
Well, see, I think they want it, but then it gets to a comedic level of sobbing where the whole room is very uncomfortable and quiet, and then finally, whenever it's dead quiet again, then we just start proceeding as if nothing happened, and I think that's how you handle it. I mean, it's like, yeah,
Like we're five.
Yeah, the people online are like, yeah, I went to the live show and it was just him crying for like 45 minutes.
It was really weird.
It's very awkward.
Killed the vibe.
All of the weird like videos too of like people in the audience sitting there recording it. We're just out there.
We could pull a Tanacon and just trap people outside for a while.
That would be pretty hip hop.
The man at the front desk took my key and gestured toward the Continental Breakfast, prepackaged muffins, and horse piss coffee.
No thanks.
I grumbled. Is that your voice of this young lady?
Yeah, sorry. No thanks. Sorry.
No thanks.
Well, it said I grumbled, so I was trying to be like, no thanks. Whatever. Like she's
yeah.
All right, let me retake it then.
Leave
no
the
thanks.
leave it the old one in. Thank you. There you go. I am incriminating. Like I said, the pain medicine. Don't hold this against me.
God,
it became
You're
regular.
digging yourself such a hole. You're like, I shit my pants.
There was an empty trash can on the way to the bathroom at school, and if I passed one of the like 8th grade students going to or from the bathroom without saying a word, without like making a fuss about it, they would just pick me up and put me in the trash can and just like.
I have no response. I don't know how I'm supposed to. This is so sad.
That's not
this
even
is so unbelievably sad.
We'll move on, but I promise that's not the worst of it. That was the stuff that was funny. There was other stuff. I got bullied a lot for being like I had a lisp and I liked Dragon Ball Z. I was not. Yeah, and I made up women.
I want to put you in a trash can right now without you talking about this.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
I want to
sorry.
pick you up and dunk you in a trash can.
This is why I prefaced the pain
I know,
medicine,
Vegeta.
okay? Because I knew it would be. I knew I would overshare, okay?
I love Vegeta and I love Goku so much. Please. Also,
Okay,
have you seen a girl?
that wasn't my lisp. My lisp
Have you
was.
seen a 7-foot tall woman named Jacoby walking around? I'm missing her.
I do like
She
tall
has on
women.
my
I've
Shonen
always
Jump
liked
manga.
tall women. Okay, so maybe I did say she was 7 feet tall. Maybe
Hey,
that's how
she
they
was-
saw through it. I don't know.
glass of water.
Can we get back to the story?
I'm not even gonna like. Can we get back to the story? You're hijacking this, and you're like telling your whole sad life right here. I'm trying to remember where the hell we're even at.
We're at. My friendships were often fleeting. Okay, you're the one who said Jacoby. This is your fault. If you've used any other
Okay,
name, none
all
of this
right.
would have happened. Okay.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
What is this podcast?
I don't know. I'm lost. I'm literally doing a podcast with a guy high on fentanyl right now. I have no idea what the hell's going on. He'll be all right.
The man said, helping me towards the light of the door. When my eyes eventually adjusted, I could finally make out his... Okay, here's what I'm going to do. So there's long sections that I can read. So if I go into Discord and I mute him.
I'll stop. I'm just trying to think if he was. I'll stop doing it. But it was supposed to. I was just supposed to be like, he's hurting. He's
All
like.
right. So now that he's muted, I'm gonna read until it comes to a quote, and then so I can't hear him until I get to a point where there's another quote. Then I'll unmute him. When my eyes eventually adjusted, I could finally make out his face. It was Terrence. After reaching the exit, he shut the door to the room behind us. It felt good to be out of there and back in the coolness of the lobby. Apparently, I'd been sweating because I could see the large spots across my chest.
Did you hear
Well,
Did you hear it?
I came back and unmuted because it's your turn, and it was very distorted over the microphone, but it sounded like the noise when like you step on a dog toy really hard that like squeaks, and it's like
the entire time you were reading, I was just like, now look here. I know y'all guessing all, but I'm gonna need you to end your little. I need you to end your exploring. We cannot read this late in the day. I'll tell you that right now.
The only other time we've read after like 4 p.m. was the Dianea house, which became Eat Me Like a Bug. So historically, our track record for doing stuff later in the day, not great. And like introducing a pregnant woman to us after this time, bad idea. We're immediately going to make the guy weird. He's going to have a lot of weird bits. She glanced my way when she saw that I was staring. Immediately, I snapped my head towards my door, locking it and closing it behind me. Inside, I smiled to myself. He smiles to himself quite a bit. And also, I don't like his implication that he's keeping track of what room she's in. We got our Marcus here is already like, maybe I can be the dad that stepped up. Maybe that'll be me.
That's Marcus Pale for you.
It's Marcus Pale.
Every night I dream about killing my family and myself as a kid. That's just me, Marcus Pale.
Do you like being pregnant? I like that my mom's dead. Is your mom dead? Did you do it?
I wish my mom would have shot me in the womb as a baby when she was pregnant.
You know, when this kid's born, if I kill you, then your kid will be like me.
A ghost.
You'll be dead.
I'm Marcus Pale.
You'll be dead. And he'll be like me.
He'll be like me, dead and beautiful.
Is it a girl? Does she look like my dead mom? She can.
Wait, so I don't need to do a background check or something like that?
Nope. I believe everything you told me. You're hired.
Okay, that's fucked.
After
like for a camp like with children and stuff.
Nope, that's you're good to go. I love you.
No need to check that. I love you.
What was that? It's a small ceremony done at the beginning of the camp. Amy loves music. She studied it in college and has always had a passion for it, so she likes to implement it at some points during each session. Do you know what language she was singing in? Well, I think Italian, but I could be wrong.
Italian. She's up there speaking like dead Latin, like 7 inch beans, and you got some old timer in the back, like that's one of the Italians, I do believe.
Pretty much the Italians, if I've ever heard of them.
That's what they sound like. She must also be a Polish Italian. That makes a lot of sense.
She's a Polish spy, I'm pretty sure. I'm not entirely. I would hate to throw it out there, but Boris claimed that the only way to obtain it was to conjure a spirit, and then the body he was possessed inside of would have to die. According to him, there were 2 ways to do this process. The first way is for someone to conjure a spirit by themselves and then die either by suicide or by being killed by someone else. The second way is to conjure the spirit into another person by performing a ritual and then sacrifice the victim. Anyway, Horace eventually died. The day after he died, Gavrilo Princip killed Franz Ferdinand. That's what triggered World War I.
died. Franz Ferdinand got shot, sending the world into World War One.
Oh God.
Just that. Look, just for anyone out there writing, if you ever get to a point in your story where you are suddenly like, well, here comes the paragraphs where I have to explain things, don't. Just don't do that.
Pretty soon, the entire world started turning into an all-out violent place. Wars between countries, outcry within them, so much hate and despair everywhere. His members never worried, though. They knew one day his spirit would be conjured, and they would finally obtain world peace.
You know, it's really funny in my head because Harrison's on a bicycle, and the guy steps out of a car. And he's like, okay, they could be here any minute now. I'm going to very quickly tell you about this cult. And as he's explaining it, like, you can see their flashlights in the woods getting closer. And Harrison's like, can we do this in the car?
Now, here's the funny part about this whole thing. Horace may have told them about that they needed to conjure a spirit, but he never explained how to correctly do so.
That's really cool, dude. Can we get in the car?
His reason why was because he claimed that world peace would already be a near impossible task. So in order to obtain it, his followers needed to figure it out how to do it on their own.
That's really cool, Doug. But
So many years later, and I mean many years, went by without any clue of how to conjure Horus. Then, about 25 years ago, a prominent member of the cult named Ferris Kurt made a breakthrough. He claimed
I
that
am
the correct
almost
way
positive I heard Amy just now.
He claimed that the correct way to conjure Horus was to recite a prayer in Horus's self-made Bible, along with carving a crescent-shaped wound into your body. During the great battle Horus was in, he received a stab wound from one of the tribal men that was shaped like a crescent moon. As his life went on, he believed to be an important sign that all of his followers should remember. Now,
in hindsight, it was a bad idea to get me a bright yellow bicycle.
Now, Kurt was well known throughout all the camps and members located around the world. And when he made the supposed breakthrough, many members started performing the process. This is such a long paragraph. Whether on themselves or on other people.
I just heard them say,
whether on
hey,
themselves,
it's that
whether
yellow
on
bicycle.
whether on themselves or on other people. Well, long story short, his breakthrough ended up being false. Many members, out of excitement that it was finally solved after all this time, either committed suicide.
As a matter of fact,
they
why
either
did
committed
you pick
suicide.
an abandoned grocery store? We could have gone to a non-abandoned one.
Either committed suicide after they believed Horus was inside the bodies, or were arrested after killing innocent sacrificial victims. There were also members who left the cult, not wanting to be involved anymore out of fear that they would be connected to the crimes. Horus's Harmony lost almost 80% of its followers in a short span of time. So many people fell for it. Kurt, realizing what he had done, and also realizing that many members were now calling for his head, managed to escape the cult and went into hiding. He hasn't been seen since. Even his ex-girlfriend, who is also a well-known member of the cult, has supposedly never been able to find him.
You could have at least called a friend, maybe a buddy, someone to be in the parking lot with us. I can't even get reception. If I wanted to call the police, I couldn't.
Long story short,
they are across the parking lot. I see them right now. They are right there.
Long story short, even though
Doug,
Kurt
I'm going
may
to
have
steal
been
this car from you. Drive out myself.
Long story short, even though Kurt may have been wrong initially, many people believe they did have to recite a sermon, but it had to be the right one. There are over 3,000 pages in this book, so there would be a lot of stuff to dig through and figure out. Go ahead.
I stood there in disbelief.
Yeah, take that in.
Just in a parking lot, just standing around. Honestly, couldn't tell if this guy was being serious or not. Still, I kept quiet and let him continue. Oh, he's not done?
Long story short, the killings and suicides kept happening. And long story short, more members kept joining. And those members would marry and have children. Long story short, that's one of the reasons why the camps were set up about 30 years ago.
Sit in the car. We don't
Long
have to
story
drive yet.
short,
But as
it
long
was
as
so-
that's one more step
Long
removed.
story short,
if we need to get out of the parking
long
lot.
story short, it was so the members' children were aged 5 to 10 years old could learn about the teachings of Horse Harmony. Oh, so the dad was an original member of Horse's Harmony. And then go home and continue practicing the religion. The camps were also made so it would be easier for all the members located around the world to stay connected. And long story short, I'll say that many of the deaths had stopped, with the last notable one happening at our camp 5 years ago. Sharon?
Many of them.
Yep. Sharon Ida Ravington. Long story short, she was a counselor killed here when she was convinced that she was discovered the right page number in prayer. Long story short, like all the other documented deaths, it didn't work, and the camp came under fire again. Yet, they still were able to rebuild and move on. How has no one stopped them yet? Long story short, I really can't explain. But, more than likely, there are high-power people involved with them that probably help hide the cult from the outside world. Politicians, police, etc. So, why are you explaining all this to me? Long story short, you're most likely the next person to be killed when they attempt to make horses spirits
maybe if
possess
they
you.
take you, I'll be safe, and I can take the truck. So just hand me the keys, and I'll sit in the car.
Story short.
And you can stay here. I promise I will not drive away as soon as I get in the driver's seat.
Long story short, there has been some talk that someone inside your camp successfully conjured Horus by themselves, and now you would think that the person who conjured Horus would just kill themselves so that everyone else could obtain world peace. And long story short, the plan is for them to meet them in the middle of the rituals. What I mean is this. Somebody, person A, successfully has Horus possess them and then performs the victim ritual on person B. Long story short, person B is killed and the world peace finally comes. Long story short, it's basically both rituals being performed at different points in time, the same process for both. Jesus Christ.
Okay, that whole like, well, person A gets possessed of person B. That sounds like something we would say making fun of a convoluted ritual. Being like, so person A has to get possessed and then they have to kill person B. And so, again, if you feel the need to explain something in a story, don't.
My name's Harrison, and Sharino is my name with some letters rearranged. I also have a stab wound on my back, though it is straight line and not a crescent.
No. Long story short, Horus never prophesied that he'd come back in a resurrected form.
How do I even know? Are you from here? Do you just stay at this parking lot?
Long story short, he always explained from the beginning that he would need to be conjured and then possess someone's body. And long story short, your name being an anagram for Sharino is just crazy coincidence. Besides, you look nothing like Horus. And if someone were to be resurrected, long story short, they'd most likely look the same. How do you know all this?
It was a question I'd been wanting to ask since he began his monologue on the history of Horus's Harmony.
Long story short, I have an inside guy reporting to me on what's going on. And I've had family killed by these guys. Long story short, I plan on taking this whole shit show down. Long story short.
Well, who is it?
Long story short.
There's so many
Now that I'm gonna tell you, I don't want to risk your safety. I will tell you this though. There are 2 other employees at your camp that also aren't a part of this cult. It's one of the older workers and his son. Might seem weird that a cult would hire 2 people who don't believe in anything they believe, but your camp did just that. There's probably more to it. Long story short, if we can find out who they are, they can help you.
Have you been smoking crack tonight, sir? We've been here for 40 minutes.
Long story short.
Thankfully, they've gotten lost twice, but I've seen the flashlights go over the hill 3 times now, so they have to. By process of elimination, they're going to be in this parking lot sooner than later.
Long story short, I'm addicted to ketamine. And I love opioids. Your best bet is to keep pedaling away from here and go into hiding. Long story short, you have a massive target on your back, and they will not stop at anything in order to complete their end goal.
Just as he was getting back into his white truck, I yelled out to him,
"How am I supposed to trust you?" Long story short, that's up for you to decide. But if you didn't trust me, Why would you have stayed here for the last few minutes talking with me when you know why, know why they're coming after you? Long story short, I saved your ass and led you to a pretty well-hidden location in these woods. Long story short, just think about that.
Wait, he's not gonna take him with him. he found him in the middle of the woods and told him all this, and he's like, well, good luck with that. And then he just gets in his car. He just wasted 30 minutes of his escape time. Just making it up. Also, I imagine it's a red herring, but if it turns out to be true, it's like, oh, my name's an anagram. And he's like, well, that's a coincidence. That's going to be the stupidest. they're like that. I guess the scar's a coincidence. They're really just mad at your dad. It's going to be the most frustrating.
Oh, by the way,
he yelled out,
if you mess up the victim ritual after someone already has Horus inside of them, Horus will disappear again. That's one of the theories I've heard. Long story short, may want to use that to your advantage if you do get caught. Also, long story short, I heard another theory that states if a person is possessed by Horus, they'd have the ability to appear physically as him. So yeah, long story short, trust no one that looks like him. Though, I doubt you already trust that many people in this area. Good luck.
Sadly, I didn't hear anything he said after the first 5 words, because as previously stated, he was driving away. So the end of that was completely incomprehensible.
Oh, by the way.
Hey, I was wondering, could you stop?
If you mess up the victim ritual after someone's already just
Oh, what?
Wait, that was really crucial.
Hey, could you come back and tell me that part?
Can you take me with you, please, God? For the love of God, they're trying to kill me.
They're gonna fucking kill me. Yeah, long story short, you're in for a wild ride, kid.
People are stabbing themselves and they've been talking. I'm so scared, please. Come back. Why is there a grocery store in the middle of the woods?
Because the bear's gotta eat too, kid.
Yeah, he gets mauled to death by a grizzly.
Yeah. Because the Keebler elves and the bears that live in this forest. And that's a story for another time. Long story, the world's a fucked up place.
Yeah.
I have a feeling Doug's gonna come back, but he's a bad guy. And he's gonna be like, "What, Doug? I trusted you." And he's like, well, long story short, kid, you should be more careful on who you choose to be friends with. It's gonna be like one of those things. I feel like
something about imagining Harrison is like the short little just in a parking lot, just like, I'm so scared as the truck's taillights are getting further.
Yeah, he's just standing in the dark. Good luck, kid. I hope they don't splice you up from inside out. Could I just ride with you?
I thought I had escaped. I did everything. But I guess naming you Harrison was a clue on who I really was. Although I wanted to leave that part of me behind. I just couldn't. It's too much part of my life. You're the only boy in the world named Harrison.
Wait.
No, sorry, Harrison, listen, I'm sorry I named you that. You're the only boy in the world.
Hold on, Dad. Hold on. Let me get this straight for a second. I am in the middle of God knows where on the side of a highway. You knew about this whole thing. And not only when I told you I was getting a job there, did you not say, I don't know, hey, son, maybe don't go to the super ancient cult that wants to kill you that you knew about.
No, son,
not
it was
only
my
that,
bad. No, I'll you know what? My bad.
Harrison? For no reason other than the fact that this was a part of your life?
All right, I'm finna apologize for that one. My goofy ass shouldn't have even done that. I'm sorry, bruh.
But they never would leave me alone. So I hope that, well, maybe you being there would finally get them off my back. It was a really shitty thing to do, son. But I was tired of it. I'm so sorry.
Like how he's like, so I've just sacrificed you.
So let me get. So not only do you name me Harrison, you threw me to the dogs,
Bruh.
to try to save yourself.
Bruh, I know I be acting goofy, for real. I'm sorry, bruh.
Oh man.
Can you finna forgive me?
And remember, Doug was like, "Hey, don't trust anybody that looks like him." The painting.
And he's like, got it. If I see anyone that looks like this highly specific painting I remember, I'll let you, you'll be the first to know.
I saw it one time before I took a shit and a piss when I first got to the place in a dimly lit room. I remember as clear as day, Doug. Thanks.
Okay, Doug, I'll never look at a painting again.
I hate paintings now. Death with art, Doug.
I'll look at it. Okay, my dad, I think it wants to kill me, but I'm not sure, Doug.
Yeah,
Help.
my dad basically said that I was dead and he was really tired, so he went back to bed. It was awesome.
I'll be completely honest, Doug. I'm so scared right now.
Doug, you're goofy, You're goofy, for real.
It's funny to imagine he's just like, everyone who walks up to he's like, hi, I'm so scared. I then looked down and found my legs were tied up too. They were tied up so that I was lying on my back, spread eagle on whatever I was on. No, please! Kill me! Shoot me in the head, please! Anything else?
Okay, just kill me! Kill me!
I'll do literally anything else. You were talking about carving me with the knife. That's awesome.
I'm gonna hold my breath till I die. I'm gonna hold my breath till I die.
I'm gonna hold my breath till I die. It's such a childish way to kill yourself. It's like a 5-year-old stretch.
Well, yeah. Well, they walk in, they're like, what's wrong with him? Well, he's passed out 7 times from trying to hold his breath until he died. They're like, spit all over him. I'm gonna hold my breath till I die.
He keeps waking up and trying to do it again. It's really sickening. I'm gonna hold my breath till I die. Like he's so scared he's reverting to like childhood strategy. Oh.
So unless Horace, or who you like to call Doug, hadn't explained to you what is going on yet.
No, please. Are you serious? Julio said, unless he hasn't explained it to you
sorry,
yet.
yeah, my bad. It's Julio, yeah. So unless Horace, or who you like to call Doug, hadn't explained to you what's going on yet, we will be performing a ritual on you. As just mentioned, Carson successfully conjured Horace and is currently possessed by him. Oh my God. And that's so funny. Long story short, Carson successfully conjured Horace and is currently possessed by him. So he completed the first possible ritualistic process. And long story short, you might think that since Carson currently has Horace within him, we would just kill Carson and be done with it. But long story short, Carson doesn't want to die, and I don't blame him. So instead, long story short, we will now perform the second ritual, which is to have Horace possess another person, meeting his emitter, so to speak, long story short.
Just that, the opening, Julio being like, so unless Horace, also known as Doug for the purposes of this story, and the reveal which just occurred, had not yet explained to the audience what is happening, I will now explain for what is the third time what is happening right now.
It doesn't matter anymore.
Okay.
That's a really funny answer.
Well, I love the idea of like, you're going to over-explain everything, but the other guy, he's just like, fuck it. I'm not going to tell you.
That's like every breath, every like passing thought that
Kill
was been
yourself.
explained in 3 different ways. And then it's like, wait, why did you, a group of good people, work at a camp whose purpose was to
kill
kidnap and
yourself.
slaughter people?
Kill yourself.
And he's just like, and he literally says
GG
that
no
doesn't
re.
matter anymore.
GG no re.
And lastly, though it isn't that important, but that hasn't stopped me before. What happened to the campers? I didn't see a single kid in the crowd while I was tied up. Honestly, I don't care enough.
This whole part is 100%. Somebody was proofreading his stuff, and then people in the comment sections below were probably like, what? So, yeah, this is all fine. What about all the children that are camping there? This is him addressing every single one of those and being like, yeah, that is weird. This is such a mystery.
Yeah, he's just lampshading it, being like, yeah, I know. Anyway, and just moving on. Somehow
I'm nervous
we have
too.
more exposition.
I'm really weirded out by that too.
Yo, that's a crazy point. I didn't think about that. On jaw, bro. I didn't think about that. Yo, I'm finna air this camp out. What happened to the campers? I didn't see a single kid in the crowd while I was tied up. Honestly, I don't care enough to want to know the answer to that question. It was just another mystery to this whole saga.
Fuck them kids.
Yo, bro, I don't care at all, bro. Get those kids out of here. Whatever.
Throw around if you can't feel them.
That felt oddly...
No, I'm just saying that if you had giant, fat fucking lips like you do, and they get all numbed up and frozen, yeah, it'd probably be like it'd be like a bunch of down pillows being thrown around. You probably
talking about me throwing my lips around feels very suggestive. And
I'm just saying, and I'm not even saying it, but I'm just saying that if you had large, fat, I mean, like your lips could be considered morbidly obese.
My wife loves these lips, actually. Big fan. You could ask her.
Well, I feel is kind of inappropriate to me, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to.
Now, so now I'm the one being inappropriate. I'm the one being inappropriate. We haven't addressed that drawing you made of me on the show yet, that you decided to do a piece about me. And it was, the lips are so big. Not only do they take up my entire torso, but they lay over my shoes. And are like, they hang out to the sides like drapery.
I thought you would have liked it.
Okay. I was at a Waffle House and a guy walked up to me and said, "Is this you?" and held up that picture.
It's true. Did you say yes? Or did you say
I said I don't.
You probably
said I don't know what that picture.
You probably said this. You probably said, "Oh," and you're like, "Sorry, I just drank a milkshake. My whips are I can't talk." It's probably what you said.
I said, I don't know who that is. I don't know what you're talking about, but whoever drew that picture someone should probably call his local FBI hotline and should probably report him for certain threats he has made towards certain people, especially political figures.
I also just really like how
I think something should be done about it, but I don't know who that is.
I loved how childish your sentence was too, when you're just like, I can't believe it. I drank a milkshake and now it's like my mouth's all lipped up and it's all weird and numb. Every time I said back continents, I can't even do it. It's weird because I drink a big old milkshake. I like to think that you were like a 1950s diner, doing a little doo-wop in the parking lot.
It was a Sonic. Thank you.
All right, so basically the new age version of that. Oh my God.
When my Twitter account got stolen, when I fell for that scam a little bit ago, and the video of me started going around, everyone was like, "Not him, lips aren't big enough."
It's true. It is. I will say that was freaky. For people that don't know, Isaiah's Twitter account got hacked, and the guy made like a deep fake video, or not even.
No.
Video.
That was me. That was a video I took because I thought the scam was that I was talking to Twitter's verification team, and that there was an attempt to my account, and I was dumb and fell for it. So I made the video to like certify the account or whatever. But then after they stole the account, they're like, "Hey, it's a crypto thing."
So wait, the video you recorded was you promoting a cryptocurrency?
No. Let me back up.
Yeah, because you have. Okay, yeah. Please tell me.
Okay, so I get a phone call where someone claims to be with like Twitter or X's or whatever sport and safety team, and then they send me emails to verify like the case is opened or whatever that are from twitter.com. It's like support/twitter.com. And I look up the URL and it's like, it was legit a few years ago back when X was Twitter, but now that it's rebranded, I guess people can just like spoof the email or someone's bought the domain or something like that for twitter.com or whatever. So it all came from like twitter.com, and they already had information like phone number, account, email tied, stuff like that. And they sent like a portal to like verify login through. So I go through, everything looks like X, and they're like, we need to verify identity. And when I signed up for the blue check mark, they had the thing where it's like, oh, a picture of yourself. And like, I've got my account back from other websites before where you have to send a video of yourself. And they're like, yeah, I was on the phone with this supposed tech guy. I was like, yeah, just send a video of yourself with your name, date, and then this code. And the code was $WEN. And yes, in hindsight, I should have realized what that meant. I thought it was like a code. It's like a symbol. And then 3 letters because it's the start of the account name.
Oh my God.
I should have known, but I did it for like the Twitter guy. And then as soon as he has that, I've already entered the password. I get locked out of everything at once. And then they log in, change all of my stuff, and then post that video. So that's
oh my God, that is so funny.
It was not funny for me at all. And my wife, who was not with me because she was feeling bad and my family was in for the holidays. So I was doing this between hanging out with them. We were out. We went on another tour of New Orleans, which I know you're fond of. We go out on another tour. And while I'm on the tour, it was a person, perhaps in the loosest sense of the word. Its body was huge, white, and bloated.
Oh, fuck.
But I thought were actually huge, pendulous breasts.
Oh, yeah.
A pair of nipples.
God damn.
The swell of the bed's comforter was a huge stomach, sagging down to the ground in ripples of white flesh.
Oh, damn. Dude, imagine your dad drops you off and the first bit of pussy you get in your life is this giant, like, fluffy pillow fuck monster. Do you think that's a wait? So he's like, hey, I had to do it. Paul had to do it. Grandpa Benji had to do it.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny about this? Last week was my episode. It was
my episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was ridiculously long. It was about the CIA and God and giants and all that stuff. Went on for 11 hours, like up my alley. This one is an hour and a half, probably.
Sweet. Short and
it's about a giant bed woman that these guys are forced to pair with.
Seriously, don't talk to no broads when you're out and about. And you're gonna upset the pillow woman.
You get to do a funny accent.
I love it. This is definitely my kind of episode.
This is your kind of episode.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know every inch of you, your flesh, for it grew and pupated within me. Now, the time has come for you to give of yourself, so I may have your son.
Dude.
I love this! Dude. Imagine having
his mother.
Imagine having to fuck your mom, grandma, and great grandma all together.
Dude, it's like a giant insect. It's like a giant brood mother with the antenna and the shape of it and everything like that. It's like feathery. It's like this alien that maybe like way back in generations, like convinced the first member of the family and then threatens them if they ever leave from it. So it's like using them to grow people. Ugh. Huh. It wrapped its spindly arms around me, its buzzing words of encouragement burrowing into my brain like worms. Oh gosh. It's like a mother and a
pretty gross. I will say. I had a pretty stern stank face right there, if I'm being honest.
This is cosmic punishment for me making goth mommy jokes for so long. It's like, oh, you like that? Is that what you want? Okay, here you go. It's like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm tapping out right now. I regret it. And then I began to move my hips. Oh, and I was in heaven.
Yeah, old boy Shakira. Them hips don't lie.
Not to encourage you, but the bed bug thing is singing that the whole time.
Yeah, I'm on the line, and my hips don't lie, I'm starting to feel it wrong. Any
I was hoping
Shakira,
you
actually.
would do that.
I love Shakira, dude. I honestly probably get down with the bed monster if it was fucking singing Shakira.
Oh. I don't know how long I was in that chamber with that thing. I vaguely remember dressing myself slowly, still drunk from the pheromones in the air. I remember the creature rubbing its belly.
Bruh.
Gosh, dude.
Yeah, he definitely. Old boy left some sourdough in the oven when he left, for sure.
Shut up. Oh.
God damn.
Remember the creature rubbing its belly as I left, followed by a cloud of moths.
Little easy bake oven.
Shut up. You're awful.
Call that monster Betty Crocker. No, go ahead.
This is so up your alley.
I love it.
This is your element. Oh, okay. You know, this is also payback because last week I was listening back to the Mother Horse Eyes episode, and there's so many parts where it's me like nerding out about biblical stuff, and you're just like, okay. And now this is payback because you get to be hype, and I get to like, I feel like I'm going to throw up.
I legitimately the entire time I've been sitting here, I've been thinking about like what moth pussy pheromones smell like, dude. I was like,
see what I mean?
But that's like. It's such an interesting descriptive where I was just the whole time I was just like Cinnabon for sure. I was like, I bet cinnamon rolls, a little bit of icing on top of that. Well, he prepared the icing. He sitting there and he was talking about.
There you go. With the you being you.
Come on, man. Come on. Do you think that?
Okay.
Actually, kind of be like it'd almost be like having sex with the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Okay.
Actually, that's literally what it'd be like. Would it not?
Okay.
Giggling and shit. You don't see that little motherfucker anymore, do you? There's no commercials of that little son of a bitch. Even
You walk.
fucking laughing. You touching his belly.
You walk into the room. That's the noise it makes.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I can barely remember what they sound like. I don't know.
But even before he gets into this, I mean, he's talking about like his girlfriend smells like cinnamon. She has chimpanzee feet. I bet it was not hard to press that unfollow button.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Think of what he was saying
I really
to
miss
her.
my girlfriend, her long ass toes.
Think what he was saying to her when she was alive, right? If when she's dead,
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
like, yeah, she got like chimp feet. I bet he was saying some wild stuff to her while she was around.
Yeah. Oh my God, Em, your breath smells like pizza rolls. It's like, hey, cool. Does your boyfriend have to be here? She's like, yeah.
He went to her funeral the same way Kyle went to Kimber's mom's funeral.
I am under the same impression that this is the same universe and they were best friends.
Yep, absolutely. Same guy.
Written out of the story because they're like, it's too much.
Yeah, listening to Linkin Park way too loud.
Yeah. Breaking the habit over and over again. He just keeps asking for more and more gum. Yo, can I get another piece of juicy fruit? Hell yeah, man. Open up the glove compartment. Get yourself some.
Yep. Oh, that's life.
As you just dive.
Yeah, I feel like a lung's gonna fly up here in a second, so that'll be cool if that happens. Stay tuned.
That'd be so intense if you actually coughed up an organ.
If I died on camera, yeah, that would be pretty.
No. I don't want you to die. I'm just saying if you coughed up a little piece of your lung, because we record this and I cannot see him. So if something does horrible happen, I'm gonna be like, okay, come on, buddy. And it's just like a murder scene over there, and I'm like, all right. I'm gonna
go get like fake blood and stuff and start like pouring it out of my mouth, and then like whenever you go back and watch this recording, you'll be like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the edit and be like, "Oh god,
no. He's dead and I killed him. It's my fault."
I'm sorry, I'm sorry. End of part 7.
Okay, hold on. The reason I was laughing at the end, I thought you remember the C4 she took at the beginning of the story.
Yeah.
I thought she was about to blow up Blue Jay. Is what I was laughing about.
You lack imagination.
Exactly. That's what I thought was happening. She blows up.
I've never seen Alex act the way he does in the following raw footage from Marble Hornets. What do you think Marble Hornets is about? Especially where it's like Brian's gonna reflect here later.
It sounds like I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about the overdose.
Oh, God. Oh.
Dude, stop. It smells like horchata in here. It smells real bad.
And then meanwhile, on the TV behind him, just Mr. Wellers don't like it with the...
God. Oh, God, I see God. I see God. Oh, God.
Dude, stop. You're starting to scare me.
Oh, God. Oh, my God, I see the devil. I see the devil. No! No!
Would that be good?
Where did you just whip that out from?
What? What do you
I
mean?
see God, I see the devil. Like,
Yeah,
got a
dude.
voice
A
modulator
guy on
just
Galaxy
ready.
Gas? Imagine you're sitting in a room with a guy. You guys are watching Marble Hornets. You just hear. You're like, what are you doing? You're like,
Do you see that? Do you see that little demon in the corner, or is it just me?
dude, Bryce, you're starting to scare me, man.
Oh, there's an angel tapping at the door. There's an angel tapping at the door.
Oh, that would scare the shit out of me. There's an angel tapping at the door.
Okay, just play the video. It continues in another screenshot.
It hurts a lot. I don't know where I am now, but it's cold and dark and I'm alone.
Do you have any means of getting into another building, a neighbor's house, anything?
No, I tried. All doors are locked. I tried breaking a window, but it's way tougher than it looks. His deal is just fucking kind of funny.
I tried breaking a window, but it's way tougher than it looks. Like they walked up, just ow. That didn't shatter as easily as I thought it would.
I thought my giant hulkish
I don't know how I can
14-year-old
help.
gold hands would have completely busted the shit wide open. How wrong I was.
Next day, February 21st, Sunvanish says, "Oh God, I just got back to where I parked. There are 4 people standing in front of my car with their backs facing towards me. I won't be." It is funny to imagine like he's just tweeting as this is happening. Like he gets in the car, he's like, "Oh
Well,
no."
that's just a silly thing about Twitter emojis. I feel like I wish that they.
But that.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, like they do it later. They talk about everything after the fact, but it's also, you know, it's a choose your own adventure ARG, whatever. But it's just a funny visual. Him in the car, like, I don't know what to do. It feels very British to me for some reason. I can't know what to do. Yeah, like in my mind, the idea of someone like tweeting in a life or death scenario sounds like something someone from the UK would do.
Oh fuck! Oh, this bloke's fucking chasing me. I don't know what to do. Can you fucking help me?
Because in the UK, it's like if you defend yourself, it's like a life sentence. But if you murder someone, you're just like given probation for murdering for 5 months or something like that. Like
it's a bit of a tilly willy, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I guess that's why they'd be like, well, I don't want to go to jail forever, so I guess I'll tweet. That's the one thing I can do. I won't be able to outrun them. I have to get to the car, and that's the only way I can escape. Doing my best to quietly approach, fill up the tank, and get in the car. And then... This is such a funny tweet. Because he says, I'll do my best to quietly approach, fill up the tank, and leave. And then the next tweet reads, they broke my arm. This hurts so much. Holy shit. Oh, then we get a video of him next to the car. It's like a PT Cruiser. No wonder he's getting attacked. Okay,
so he's in the parking lot of like a TG Maxx. Whatever.
Looks like he's on like the road, I think. Or he's supposed to be. He's in a
parking lot. He's in a TJ Maxx parking lot.
They are right there. Look how close they are. He thought he could quietly fill up a gas tank there.
What kind of pain noises? getting your. This is what it sounds like, by the way, to get your arm snapped.
No, it's because Danyan went out for supplies and never came back, and then I think off of like phone, I don't know, either phone tracking. I don't think Danyan sent a message, but off phone tracking, he found coordinates. So Danyan was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go get gasoline." And then he pulls up the coordinates, and Danyan was last seen like 2,000 miles away. If it took him like 2 months to get there. So Danyan got whipped across the upper stratosphere. And for a millisecond, his phone like dinged off a tower. So he's like, "Huh, that's weird. We're in northern Maine, and Danyan, his phone went off in northern New Mexico. That's strange."
I thought you were going to say he was, and then Danyan's in Wuhan, China.
He went from right here in Maine to Wuhan in 4 seconds. It's so weird he can do that.
I'm sure he's absolutely. Well, I guess I have to cross the sea. Gotta make sure Danyan's okay.
I guess I gotta swim. Danyan getting atomized across the lower atmosphere.
Yeah, it's like stretch across.
Okay, so then hearing a sustained 5-second scream that he later describes as a combination of a cougar and a dying man, I have no sympathy. If you're not immediately hightailing it out of there, don't care.
Dude, B, I don't think that was the drill bit. He's like, yeah, no shit, Ted. He's like, yo, what the hell? That thing was like 5 seconds long.
Did you ever think this drill sounds just like a guy screaming? That's crazy.
Yo, B, do you think that sounds like some kind of dying old woman in the hole there?
Bro, is that your dog, man?
Yeah. Dude, was that his bark? No, Ted. My tiny dog's bark isn't the sound of an old woman screaming. Oh, okay, cool. Just making sure.
No, Ted, my Jack Russell doesn't sound like a mountain lion. Okay, cool, just checking. Just goes back to drilling. Like,
yo, when did your dog lose his teeth and have orange eyes? Yo, is your dog the same height as Xerxes from 300? It's like, what? No. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, because that's what I thought I saw in the tomb.
You should take him to a vet or something, dog. That's weird.
Yo, is your dog high on ketamine? Do you give your dog ketamine? No? Okay.
Should I have not done that earlier? Oh, that's my bad. That's my dog.
Oh, shit.
It won't happen
again. Your
again.
dog are tweaking right now, dude. Me and your dog are on a different planet, B. Just like rips a fat vape, too.
Yeah.
Ted is definitely got a guy, too, to be vaping in there and just like filling the entire cave with smoke.
Can't see anything. It's just like a smoke show.
It's dark in here, B. Who gives a shit? I don't know why you're freaking out, dude.
Ted's just like a frat bro who got lost in a cave.
How he got through there, it's actually pretty remarkable. Where the fuck am I?
Since it was our lunch period. Go ahead.
1 second, sorry. I've known my dad all my life, and I know when he's lying. Is that to insinuate she's saying that he's telling the truth?
No, I feel like that, because then she'd say, my dad's not a liar or something, but when she's like, I've known him all my life, and I know when he's lying. I think that's her way of saying, like, yeah, I knew he was lying when he said it to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just making sure.
Because initially, Kimber said
well,
yes
sorry,
when asked. So she's in the know that there is one, yeah. Kimber took a deep breath and continued. I know my dad is lying, and I know he has the letter. See, there you go.
Okay, I really should have just waited 1 second.
It was the next line of dialogue.
I should have waited one literal line of dialogue. Okay, I'm going to shut the fuck up from now on. I'm sorry.
Well, I know that popcorn is fun to throw, so when you get the opportunity. Fibroepithelial tumor that's usually slow-growing and painless. It often causes changes in the nail plate, but the tumor itself is hidden beneath it. In one case, a 60-year-old South Asian man developed a large, smooth, shiny, green, dome-shaped nail. I think that's talking about it grows in like the actual material of your nail rather than making a new one. I swear I'm not crazy. I've heard of this before.
I bet you there is something. There's going to be some like fucking toenail riddled back viewer we have who's just like, trust me, buddy, it's real.
Don't believe me? He tweets at me a picture of like just toenails coming out of his body.
Yeah, looks like one of the goddamn Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, just like sitting there. He's like, cowabunga, asshole.
Yay. I can't wait for that.
While searching Bill's house, the police found one of his daughters hanging by the neck from the ceiling in the attic. Well, that's not good. She was only 2 months old.
Is something funny, Hunter?
The baby was swinging in the attic, attached to the ceiling fan at the highest speed. So I just imagine it's like around the deal.
Just going so fast.
They're like, Jesus Christ!
Okay, audience. The reason this is funny is because it's so over the top.
Also, I like how they show a full picture of the baby, but they're like, we're not going to show its very human eyes. We can't let people know the whereabouts of this baby. I've seen that baby on the street before.
It's a protected person, but just like the black bar of the eyes.
He showed a full picture of the dad, but we cannot let people know the identity of this baby. The baby was being flung 50 miles an hour on an industrial fan in the ceiling.
You know, I mean, at this point, it's got to be reminiscent of like some kind of smoking bar or something like that in New York. It's got to be some place where the hipsters go to smoke their European cigarettes. And, you know, whenever someone like lets the door open, they say, close it.
That's what comes to your mind when you hear this. When you hear skin and flesh and bodily fluids all over the room, you're like, oh, Europeans, am I right?
Yeah. No, not Europeans. I think of 5'4" hipsters in Hoboken, New York.
Okay.
Sitting there, and they're open, or New Jersey, where the fuck Hoboken is, and they're sitting there and they're just like, when they shut the door, you're letting all the good smoke out. Is what they say. Because I've been to some of those places, let me tell you, and it's hell. it's its own little gas chamber, let me tell you, and it is not a fun place to be. There's always one pool table, and there's always two people that don't know how to play pool on the pool. It doesn't matter.
You're right. All I'm saying is that's just as bad. Just as bad as what we're talking about.
I hate to say it. I don't want to be this kind of guy, but I do feel like it is just as bad. That's just me, though.
That perfect time where it's like youthful ignorance, but also like kind of upbeat, adventurous kind of.
You have enough agency to go do stuff, but still enough stupidity to put yourself in dumb situations.
It's like the innocence of believing that someone, like if they were 26, you'd be like, do you have nothing better to do?
Yeah,
with your time. But then being 12 years old, I think really leans into that.
How old were you when you had your first kiss?
30.
I don't know.
I looked at my wife and I was like,
I looked at my wife.
Can we kiss or?
I thought it was a raccoon, so I ignored it and tried to fall asleep. The next morning, I told Edwin about it, and he agreed. These commas.
Hey, Edwin. Yeah, I think I heard a raccoon. You probably did. Okay. That's
yeah.
Okay.
It's like,
all right.
Hey, Edwin. Yeah, there was a noise outside. Okay, I think it was a raccoon. Uh-huh. Do you agree? Yeah. The next morning, Edwin dropped his coffee cup when he saw me. He held up a nearby mirror and I saw myself. I had a large...
Edwin
gash in my left cheek.
Edwin takes off a comically large gothic mirror off his wall and holds it up to his brother.
It's like bigger than he is. It's like waddling over.
Look at yourself. You have a large gash in your left cheek.
All the notes had to follow a loose structure, but we were allowed to be creative within those boundaries. My note was something like this.
Hi, you found my balloon. My name is blank, and I attend blank elementary school. You can keep the balloon, but I hope you write me back. I like Mighty Max, exploring, building forts, swimming, and friends. What do you like? Write me back soon. Here's $1 for the mail.
On the dollar, I wrote 4 stamps.
4 stamps!
It was in quotes. I had to do it.
You were so excited.
great. All right. He wrote that. I will say,
I'm just glad that you're at least doing Rob. It gives a nice. At least there's one voice that isn't mine in there.
Yeah. Although it would be funny to watch you struggle through it, but
now I'm even Rob.
Okay,
you did good.
there it is. Yeah, that's right.
Now.
What did I say? Is that your Wendigoon impersonation? What would you do if you did? What'd you do if you did my voice?
What would I do if you're kind of up in this register a little bit, and you have a little bit of like a southern twang to it. So sometimes you're kind of up here, is what I hear.
It's pretty good.
Hello, gentlemen. I'm here to talk to you about a story.
It's like I'm talking to a mirror.
Hearing it now, I'm like, that is the worst impression I think I've ever done in my life.
That's pretty good. We'll see what they have to say about it. All right. Anyway, we need to get to the story. A little ways away from the shed, I found this in the middle of a clearing. What is this? And we have a little Easter bunny looking thing. That's like, I mean, at one point it was an Easter bunny. Now it's like vines grown over it. It looks decayed and like paint chipped and stuff like that. But at one point it was like a little cute bunny decoration.
Yeah, like almost like a yard gnome looking thing.
My wife opened the door. You want to come say hi to everyone after that heart attack? This is going to be in the episode. Oh, it's just Hunter I'm talking to now. Oh my gosh. Oh, say hi, Hunter.
Hello, that was very, very funny.
It's just so important for her to have a baby, and she blames me for our problems. Man, he's dumping on a 16-year-old.
I was gonna say, this 16-year-old is. This is a heavy load.
This is a lot. Yeah, do you know that my wife in there, who's losing her job, blames me for infertility? Do you know she thinks it's mine? And he's like, I'm still high. I'm ditching school today.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, did you know we got Swiss cheese in? We offer Swiss cheese now. And he's like, I want her to be pregnant. I've been trying so hard. But she blames me, right? You're like, yeah.
Every day she looks at me like it's me. Do you know what that's like to come home and see?
So we actually make our own sourdough bread here. It's like just trying so hard to like get the fuck out of this conversation.
And then I have to go to work. I have to provide for this house while she runs this dead-end job. And then I'm the monster. I come home and it's me. I'm the devil.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to graduate in 2 years. Like, just like, okay. Do you want Pepsi with that or?
Yeah. In fact, it's about time I wheeled her out. Fair warning, Miss Sharma, she's a thing of beauty. To Rob Gothard, beauty took the form of a dark green Jeep Wrangler. Rob climbs in. Did you
yeah. Oh. Yeah, a dark green Jeep Wrangler. Oh, God.
You know what I like? I like the Jeep Wrangler from
How do you
the beginning
switch
of
in
Goonies.
and out of that voice so fast? It's supernatural, my gosh.
You remember the I think it was either a Jeep Grand Cherokee or it was a Jeep Wrangler in the beginning of Goonies. But that style of Jeep back in the day, oh man, good stuff.
It was a good car.
Good for you, Rob Gothard. Good for you.
Yep. Rob, I like how you make that noise if it's Jeeps or questionably young women in stories.
Oh, my God. Oh, good God. This is just, oh my word.
Thank you. Stop moaning. I can't do it. Rob climbs in and lets it roll out of the garage, where it dominates every inch of the driveway. The car... As soon as I read the word dominates.
Every inch. Oh, God.
Oh, gosh. The car is large.
Mm.
I was waiting on it.
Yeah, I know you were waiting for that one.
Yeah.
All right.